lightning scare, but really just enough to probably just dampen the field. Should not be a problem right now. And again, this is AstroTurf with a major crown in the middle of the field, so if it should rain hard, shouldn't be a problem.
It's going to be a little different for him to get used to anyway. Kelvin Walton deep, and here's the kick. Shelby Price gets a good foot into it. Great bounce at the 5, in at the 1-yard line. That's Martin at the 10 to the 15-yard line, and he's stove up right there. Good job defensively for the Ardmore Tigers there. Justin Fields makes the tackle on special teams to start the Tigers off with the MacArthur Highlanders shy of their 20 at the 15-yard line.
The theme we've seen from the Ardmore defense all year long is they've started on the field. They've pinned the Highlanders or whoever they're playing deep. They've already done it here at their own 15-yard line, and they've been able to establish good field position from the offense early on. And the field position is a key part of the game, especially when you're playing a team that runs as often as MacArthur does.
MacArthur will break out of the huddle. Their young quarterback's name is Kevin King, and he will be under center this time. Man in motion left to right is McNeil. They'll give it back to the other guy, and he goes this way. We talked about him earlier. He can fly. Sahib Henderson going to get out across the 30 to the 35. He'll be pushed out of bounds around the 41-yard line, and the secondary having to come into play there.
Ardmore blitzing on the play, and really the linebacker just got caught up inside as that was a wide sweep play to the left side. He got to the corner, defeated one tackler, and had open field in front of him.
Again on the carry that time, Austin Giles, the carrier.
That's one of those, Mike, where you're just gambling. If that had been an inside handoff, we've got it snuffed, but instead they had the right play call for that.
Henderson left and to the right side here will be Michael Roberts. He is in motion. They hand it up the middle this time. The power play, that's to Garrett Barnes, and Garrett Barnes is going to pick up a few yards, maybe 2 give him, to the 42, 43-yard line. Good spot for them at the 43 now at about a 2-yard gain.
And Brandon, it's obvious Ardmore going to bring some heat, rushing their linebackers on both plays. Marquise Booker with the tackle that time for Ardmore.
I would say that the 2 most important players for Ardmore tonight are going to be the defensive tackles. Odom, Mendoza, Grant. They have to not allow big plays up the middle. Mac's going to make yards on the outside. They cannot allow big plays up the middle. They got to keep them honest right there.
King underneath center. Again, he'll take the snap, and this time he'll hand it off to the right side there as Chris McNeil goes around the corner. Chris going to pick up a couple of yards, but needs a lot more than that for the first. That'll bring up 3rd down now. Probably about 7 yards to go. Let's see where they spot it. They spotted the 44, so he gets almost a yard on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 7 to go.
And credit Marquise Booker with a 2nd tackle.
He will have to have a huge game tonight if Ardmore's going to win this game. It's going to be coming at him all night long.
King sets him in motion once again. That's going to be Henderson. Sahib in motion, but someone else is also in motion, so the motion call should go against the Highlanders here.
And I will defer to David Polk on that one. I saw some movement on both sides.
Offside.
Called it on the Tiger.
So they are going to mark that off against the Tigers. The Tigers got into the zone before anything else happened, and once you break that zone in high school football, it is a 5-yard penalty.
Bad news, 5-yard penalty. Good news, it's still 3rd down and about 2 to go. They'll run the play in from the sideline. That's Kevin King doing the honors there, the quarterback. Wide out to the left. We'll set Marcus Lindsay and move inside. Trips to the left side. They're going to hand it off to the guy in motion. Then Schlitt. And Schlitt goes around the left side. Oh, tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great defensive effort there. The Ardmore Tigers on top of that one pretty quickly. And a good job by Robbie Gordon, the speed from the back.
Justin Fields was also in on that play. They fooled me once on the first play of the game with the reverse, but that time they were ready for it and stuffed it for a yard loss.
And that's a big play on 3rd down and 1 to have penetration and make a solid tackle at the line of scrimmage, throwing for a loss.
That is going to bring on the punting staff, and the guy just made the tackle, gets the honors. He'll be back deep. Robbie Gordon stands at his 10-yard line, awaiting the punt here. 4th down and about 3.5 to go.
Oh, great
Good
kick.
Kick right there. That's Jacob Branstetter. We talked about him in the pregame. There's a flag coming out as Robbie Gordon is tackled.
They got us for blocking in the back.
It was a good job, Robbie Gordon, going back to make the catch. We talked about it off the air before the game, guys. You can't let the ball hit the turf here because this AstroTurf in the punting game will roll forever. And Robbie came up, made that catch inside the 20-yard line. Unfortunately, the Tigers are going to get backed up.
That's going to back the Tigers up inside the 10-yard line. And put the ball at the 7. So the half the distance mark off gives them a first down still, but it's pretty deep in their own territory. The Ardmore Tigers break the huddle for the first time here on the offensive side of the football. Jimenez will line up underneath center. They'll have Gresham wide to the left.
Fumble. Ball's loose.
Jimenez, who's on it? Lawton MacArthur gets it. Jimenez pushed it, and then Lawton MacArthur picks it up. It'll be Lawton Mac football deep in Tiger territory at the 10-yard line. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Lionel just dropped the football. One of the linemen kicked it. It rolled in the center of the defensive line. And, boy, what a break for MacArthur here as they're knocking on the door already with this fumble recovery.
So now the Highlanders have it. Their potent offense have it just 10 yards away from a goal line here. First and goal at the 10.
And now you know why coaches always say big ball games come down to special teams, the kicking game, the mistakes. Whoever makes the fewer number of mistakes usually wins the game. Ardmore starts out going to be in the hole here early.
Most coaches don't want that to happen first snap line of scrimmage. In motion again goes Henderson. He'll set up wide to the right and come back in motion this way. They'll hand it off to the up back. This time going to be smacked in the mouth. And that's Garrett Barnes there. Not much running room there as he is stopped by Kevin Andrews.
Nose to nose with Big Kevin.
He got the ball and Kevin was there.
Kevin just drove him back inside, had some more white jerseys in the area. Tigers are not going to throw in the towel. They're not going to let them have the score that easily.
Second down now and goal still about the 10-yard line. Henderson sets up wide to the right. More than likely go in motion right to left here. He does. Split backs behind him in the backfield, and this time King's going to end it off again to the dive back. That counterback is going to get the play a lot tonight and doing a good job there running the football. And again, that's Garrett Barnes on the carry.
And not only is it difficult for the Ardmore defense to find the football, it's hard for the broadcasters.
It is.
MacArthur wears black jerseys, black pants with yellow numbers, and it's really hard to find that football for me, guys.
And King does an excellent job of putting it on his hip, making a fake here, and handing the ball out real discreet. It's very hard to follow it from way back here. I can only imagine what it's like on field level while the guy's blocking you.
That'll be Marcus Lindsay at the fullback position right there. Now the MacArthur Highlanders going to call a timeout. With 8:05 to go in the first quarter, no score in this one. Lawton MacArthur threatens the Tigers. We'll be back after this where the Tigers play on Kick'em Country. King underneath center has a man in motion. That's Henderson again. He'll hand it to him this time. Left side. Henderson gets inside the 3, but he stopped right there. Nice job defensively for the Tigers. Step up there and make a play. And that's senior Robbie Gordon doing a good job from that cornerback slash linebacker kind of freewheeling position he plays. Great job defensively to stop him. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line.
Well, we said the Tigers were going to have to tackle well, and Robbie Gordon's already had a good evening. I mean, he's doing a great job out there. Very sure-handed tackle out there on the in the red zone, especially. You know where they're going to run all their trickery at you. Robbie staying home making the play.
Also credit Andron Thompson right there. You've got to wrap up once you have a chance at the guy. And he did a successful job there to hold him to a field goal opportunity here.
You don't see a lot of great kickers in high school. This guy is one, and that's when a coach doesn't have to make much of a decision right there. You just put Jacob Brandstetter out there and say, hey, kick a field goal. We're getting points out of this. And he does that frequently for the Highlanders. It's 3-0 as Brandstetter sets it right through the uprights there. So 7:18 to go, and the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders, first team to score up, get up on the Tigers. First team to score first on the Tigers this year, 3-0, and we're back after this with 7:18 to go in the quarter. It's Tiger football on Kick'em Country. Brandstetter is going to get a foot into it. He'll kick it high, and it'll come short to the 25-yard line. And with it right there on the run, nice job on the run back up to near the 38, 39-yard line. And that is going to be Marquise Booker on the return right there.
Well, you saw the effect of the wind there as that ball hung up and didn't carry nearly as far as it's going to carry on the other end. But you know what, Mike, the first mistake belongs to the Tigers, but I think the Tiger defense made a statement there because Lawton MacArthur gets the ball at their 7-yard line. They don't give up the touchdown. They make them kick the field goal. So I think even though it went against the Tigers, I think that's a positive thing as that defense played pretty well.
Jimenez underneath center this time. He'll take the snap, counters it, fakes it, and throws it across the middle there to Brian Booker. Oh, it's tipped and intercepted. I'm telling you what,
wow.
The Tigers getting snake bit quickly here. Kevin King, the quarterback, comes up with a loose tip ball, and they will have it. MacArthur has it on the 41-yard line, this time in Lawton territory, however. So they do have a little bit of field to traverse right here, but the Tigers D, we talked about this with Coach Lloyd earlier, the Tigers D needs to be off the field rather than on the field a lot tonight, and that's just not happening as of yet. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. It's 3-0. The Tigers behind and give up another turnover to Lawton Mac.
Two offensive plays, 2 turnovers.
That one, under normal conditions, Ardmore probably doesn't have a turnover at all. On grass, the ball slides through. You don't have a bad quarterback exchange. Tonight we got a 20-mile-an-hour breeze at the back. Jimenez's throw sails, and it gets picked off over the head of Brian Booker.
King sets him down underneath center. He'll take the motion to Dremeko Brewer. This time King's going to keep it on his own. He fights off one tackler at the 40. Now he'll fall down at the 43, trying to keep from getting hit out there on the corner. And a nice job out there defensively again at the cornerback position, or Justin Fields' position, outside linebacker / cornerback. He'll play just about any position out there. Second down now after about a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 at the 42.
Well, Kevin King is a senior quarterback for Lawton MacArthur. Coach Manning does a great job over here with his quarterbacks. Made a great decision because there just wasn't anybody open downfield. Scrambled around, saw evidence of that Tiger speed on defense. He just rolled out wide to his right side and just got what he could.
This time he'll set 3 out to the left side. 1 lone back behind him. No motion, and he's straight back, rolling out the pass. Oh, he's going to be sacked up. He fumbles the football. Kevin Andrews all over him. I heard a whistle. Did they call him down? So he is down, and that, a great sack by Kevin Andrews, and puts him back near the 32-yard line.
That right there is going to give the right tackle for Lawton MacArthur something to think about. The ball snapped. He looks up, and Kevin Andrews is already around him. No stunt, just a pure speed rush.
32 is where they'll spot it. 3rd down and a long way to go.
And I guess they said his knee was down. I don't know. I thought it was a fumble
too. You know, about 16 to go. They need to get across the midfield stripe to the 49. They'll send Sahib Henderson in motion. Oh, he's hitting the hat, but he glances off and gets a couple of yards. Brian Booker is going to get a knockdown on that.
And again, I think another statement for the Tiger defense. Yeah, we're making mistakes offensively, but our defense is here to play, and they don't allow anything on that possession for Lawton MacArthur.
Back when it wasn't so politically correct, Billy, you had a thing called quarterback blood. A lot of teams called it that when the defensive ends just went after the quarterback no matter what he did. And I think that Brian Booker just experienced that. He's got a little bit of cardinal on his yellow helmet now. Here's the punt. Again, that all night tonight, the kicker will be Brandstetter. He got a man in motion on a punt. Oh, fumbles the snap, and a flag comes flying right there. And that thing is going to be kind of a wounded duck, but still get a lot of yardage out of it. He'll kick it, and it'll roll down inside the 40-yard line, down to about the 37. But we've got a flag on the play.
Somebody left early, I guess. David Polk was standing right level with the punter, so I'll defer to him.
Well, it was a bad snap to begin with for the punter, but what you're watching right here, the really interesting thing is the chain crew moved, and I think they're going to call it against MacArthur, and they really should give us an opportunity to get up for what they just played, but I'm not sure what we're doing right now.
Well, what's lost in all of that is that Brandstetter made one heck of a job. He did a great job of just getting out of there, getting that ball punted out of there.
Yes, he did.
It's like a quarterback throwing at sidearms 50 yards. I mean, he kicks it off balance on the run.
Against the wind.
and still going to get him a good, 35-yard punt out of it.
And that is a designed play for them. If you watch every punt, he starts moving to see if somebody's rushing him. If they're not rushing him, he will run with the ball. So they've got to stay true in their positions or he'll take off on them.
So what are they calling
They
here?
called offsides or
Shift.
a
little
shift
legal shift, yeah.
violation for Lawton MacArthur, and the Tigers have declined it. They're going to take the ball right where they got it.
So Ardmore will have it offensively once again. And they're going to run out to the wide right side is Dante Miller. Gresham sets high top out at the left. They'll hand it to the deep back, and a great job there on the scoot as Jimmy Scooter Colbert as he gets it up inside there and going to pick him up 3 or 4 yards real quickly. Good job by the front line right there, moving the line of scrimmage.
And good job protecting the football, Jimmy Colbert.
Yeah, we still got the ball.
Tigers just need to run more than one play on each possession, and Jimmy Colbert makes sure he wrapped it up.
He said it straight pretty quick right there, didn't he?
He did.
Good job, because we still got the ball. That's the 3rd play for the Tigers in the game. First time they've kept hold of the old pig skin.
Tigers get the offense playing as well as the defense, so they're going to be all right.
Jimenez going to set him down. Low back is Keith Todd behind him. Everybody else wide. Looking out to his right, he finds Miller right there. Dante catches it at the 50, moves around there. He's inside the grave at the 45. The ball comes loose, but it's out of bounds at the 40. Tigers keep the football at the 40 in Lawton MacArthur territory. Man, oh man, boy howdy. Do you like that kind of stuff?
I think Dante made such a good move on the defensive back. He faked himself out, dropped the football, and had to go get it.
It was like, where is he? And there's the ball, and oh my goodness.
He moved left, moved right, and in the process of switching the ball over another hand, somehow got it behind his back and went over his head and bounced right back to him. You won't see that ever again.
Only on turf.
There you go.
I think he has got a great future in the circus if he doesn't want to play football. Dante Miller doing a good job right there. First down, Tigers at the 40-yard line, just shy of the 40-yard line in MacArthur territory. Jimenez sets him down. Lone back again. This time it's Colbert. He's back to throw. Straight back looking down the field. Way down the field, Jermaine Gresham is going to get piled up down there. And the guy piling him is going to be Kevin King. So I don't know what it looked to me like he was in the way and Gresham just ran over him.
Jermaine a little bit gimpy as he got up. He got jammed up with the defensive back. Credit the Tigers offensive line. Did you see how much time Lionel Jimenez had to throw the football?
He surveyed through all of his reads and then still fired downfield. What Jimenez has got to watch out for is he's got a 25-mile-an-hour breeze behind him. Gresham, even in a dead sprint, would have had no chance to catch that ball. It was almost all the way out of the end zone when it finally landed.
There's a great crowd here for Lawton MacArthur, and the Boo Birds are one reason, because that's pass interference against one of the top-rated guys in the state running the wide receiver position this year, and that's Jermaine Gresham. King getting caught with that right there, and that'll give the Tigers a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Jimenez leads him up to the line of scrimmage. Colbert the lone back again. Miller wide to the right. Jermaine wide out to the left. Tight on both sides that way. They'll throw it to Jermaine at the 20. He gets 1 yard further as he falls down. You know, it's almost 1.5 yards when he falls, or 3 yards when he falls, because he gets across the 20 there to the 19-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it, 2nd down and about 5 to go.
And boy, Lionel has a strong arm. He makes about a 20-yard throw there from the right hash mark all the way across to the other side of the field to find Gresham. Not an easy throw. Cutting through the breeze, a pretty stiff breeze again behind his back, but he just broke through it that time, got it over to Gresham, and plenty of time to make the catch.
Dante Miller wide to the right this time. Gresham wide to the left. In the slot wide right is Brian Booker. I-backs behind Jimenez. He'll set him down and give it off to Colbert. Colbert finds hole left side.
Goodbye.
10-5. Touchdown, Tigers. So the Tigers answer at 3:01 with a big hole on the left side for Jimmy Colbert.
And again, credit the Tiger defense. They've come out in 2 tough situations and really not allowed anything but a field goal inside their own 10-yard line, and, you know, made a statement to Lawton MacArthur that they're here to play. Now the offense has got it going. And everybody blocking that time on the left side as Jimmy broke the line of scrimmage. Nobody there to make the tackle.
Tommy Fitzgerald, Quentin Grant, they've been huge all night. Nobody has come in on the quarterback on that side of the field, and whenever they've wanted to run, they've run off the left side of the formation, and that time there wasn't a Highlander within 5 yards of Colbert after he touched the ball.
Kelby Price comes on to punt, or to kick here. He's not going to punt, he's PAT. And Austin Williams will hold. Todd, the long snapper. Good snap. Colbert has to.
It was bobbled.
Austin Williams is going to lose the handle on it there. I snap a little bit high right there, but Nothing he couldn't handle, so we'll go away with just a 6-3 lead here with 3 minutes and 1 second to play in the first quarter of play. It's the Tigers 6, Lawton MacArthur 3, and we're back after this to Cameron Stadium. You're listening to Tiger Football on Kick 'em Country. As the Ardmore Tigers take it down the field and score to make it 6-3. The second-hand sports kickoff coming. Kelby Price gets a toe into it, and back there deep. Oh, the ball hits him. It's going to bounce into the end zone. So he's just going to tag it down back there, and that is Danger City right there. Rentis Gareth, the receiver back there, and the MacArthur Highlanders will have it on the 20-yard line to get things started.
Well, if you ever put the football on the turf here, God only knows where it's going, and that's what happened. The deep back there just dropped it about the 2-3 yard line. It bounced back into the end zone, and luckily for him, it's a dead ball once it enters the end zone area, the box
Had this been college
back
or
there.
pro ball, he might still be laying there.
He'd be in serious trouble, wouldn't he?
Well, MacArthur will set him down at the 20 now, and that's King underneath center. Got his man in motion going left to right. Here is Bo Martin, and he will get the football. Bo Martin not going to get a lot of yards running. If they give him his forward progress, he'll probably get 4 out of it.
The speed of this Ardmore defense is unbelievable. It looks like when they clear the line, they have lots of running room, and then all of a sudden, 2-3 guys right there on him, and they keep it to a 4-yard gain this time.
Oh, that's right. We got to get to the scoring drive here. We'll do that after this play. How's that? The Easy Shop scoring drive is on the way. Second down and 6.
If we don't hurry, there might be another one before we get
That's
there.
right. Tonight you'll have to hurry up. That's right. Bo in motion again, and again he is not going to get the football. This time they'll hand to the back coming across there, and that's the guy we talked about earlier, the Michael Roberts, tailback for him, and he's had quite a bit of success this year, but they stop him shy right there, the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 now, and now let's look at that Easy Shop, the Valero Easy Shop scoring drive with Brandon Martin.
Okay, Ardmore only required 4 plays to go 63 yards in 1 minute and 38 seconds. The capper was a 19-yard run by Jimmy Colbert, set up by a long pass interference penalty on a deep ball to Jermaine Gresham.
And there's the Easy Shop, the Valero Easy Shop scoring drive. King going to roll out. This time he'll fake the handoff and roll out to his left and throws it out there in no man's land. That looks like he might just been throwing it away. Good coverage by the Ardmore secondary on that one and bring up 2nd down now.
Well,
or 4th down now.
King is running for his life back there. The Tigers are really crashing back in that backfield. Kevin Andrews is just making a day of it back there, disrupting everything. Really didn't get that much pressure that particular time, but still he's back there to be thought of. King trying to roll out and get some time out to his left side, just made a poor throw.
He'll set 2 wide to the right this time, 2 wide to the left. And that's because he's punting. Brandsetter at the 15-yard line. Back deep is Robbie Gordon. Here's the kick, and it's a high one. Robbie Gordon sets under it at the 45. He's going to return it to the 50, 45, and he's out of bounds as he's tackled over there, out of bounds at the 42-yard line. But he takes it from one end of the field to the other and into MacArthur territory. Nice job by Robbie Gordon.
Well, he had a defender right in his face. Donald Maddox down there just waiting on him to catch the ball. Robbie Gordon, again, doing a great job. Got to field that football, and not only did he field it, he broke it out left, had a chance to go.
Looked like one of those deals where he said, hey, fair catch, and he doesn't make the signal, so the official doesn't know it.
Great
First
field
and 10,
position.
42-yard line in MacArthur territory for the Tigers. They'll sit twins wide to the right this time. Slot wide to the right as well. Flexed out tight right there, and they hand it to Jimmy Colbert that way to the right.
Look
to the
at the
35, 30. Great blocking effort right there to the 25-yard line. Oh, and he's hit hard the back at the end of the play right there and driven out of bounds. And the driver there, that car, was Michael Eichenauer.
That time, Ardmore took everybody out of the backfield except for Jimmy Colbert. They put Keith Todd out wide, and as soon as the ball was snapped, everybody went left, and it looked like a fence had been built. And Colbert had all sorts of room to get down to what turned out to be about a 17-yard gain, and now Ardmore has 1st and 10 at the MacArthur 26-yard line.
Gresham and Miller wide to the left here. Lone back is Colbert behind Jimenez. He'll reach out and hand it to him. Jimmy hits the corner at the 20, 15, inside to the 10-yard line there. He'll be out of bounds, but a 1st and 10, 1st and goal now looks like for the Ardmore Tigers at the 10-yard line in MacArthur territory.
That almost looks like a sprint out for Lionel Jimenez to his left as he rolled out about 6-8 yards, then made the handoff to Jimmy Colbert. Jimmy's got the corner. Great blocking on the left side of the Tigers' offensive front, and they are just blowing holes right now.
They are, but what we need to watch for is I don't think Jimenez needed to go that far. They're having trouble with the center quarterback exchange. Ross Schaefer, my old college roommate, was a center for Ardmore. He says the turf will catch the ball and make it very difficult on those that aren't used to it. Let's see if Ardmore gets better at it as the day goes on.
Ibex behind Jimenez. He'll set him down. He hands it to the fullback. No, pulls it out, follows him, gets up to the 5-yard line. A good gain there for the Tigers in red territory as they have it now on the 5. It'll be 2nd down. They can get a 1st down just inside the 1-yard line.
That's a great point you just made there, Brandon. And also, nothing wrong with having a quarterback like Lionel Jimenez thinking on his feet out there. If you have to widen the play out, duck it up inside, whatever you have to do. The Tiger offensive line is doing a good enough job. He's got some choices to make as he gets out wide.
Yes, he does.
It reminds me, we talked about the waggle pass dive. That's reminiscent of that right there. Ibex behind him, and Jimenez sets him down. He'll end it off left side. Colbert. Oh, he's going to be a hit about the line of scrimmage there, and he'll be tackled up pretty quickly by the big fellas there up front for the MacArthur defense on there. Saw number 72, Ty Hurley. Love that name, 235-pound senior. And is that who you had tackled?
Yes, it was.
Anthony Kennard was also in on that play. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter.
See, I've been wanting to say Ty Hurley, but I forgot Anthony Kennard's pretty cool too. That'll leave us at a 6-3 mark to end 1 quarter of play. We're back here for the 2nd quarter. Ardmore Tigers lead it 6-3 over the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders from Cameron Stadium. It's Mike Leard, Billy Wallace, Brandon Martin, and David Polk on Kickham Country. To have you along tonight for Tiger football. Tigers lead at 6-3 at the beginning of the 2nd quarter here, and they are threatening with a 3rd down and 5 to go just outside the 5-yard line. They hand it off to the right side. That's Stubblefield, and Jermaine is going to be tackled up shy of the line of scrimmage there. He'll get about a 1.5 yard loss on the play. What are they going to spot it, with a 3-yard loss? That's what they'll spot it as.
Running to the right side, a little bit slow developing that time, and Lawton MacArthur has won the last 2 plays. They have stuffed us at the line of scrimmage the last 2 downs, and the Tigers now looking at, is it 4th down?
It is 4th down and about 7 to go. They could get a 1st.
Got your fun bunch out to the left.
Back to throw. Jimenez looking in that corner. That's Gresham over there. Oh, and Gresham is hit. I think the ball's uncatchable, and that's probably what the official thinks. I didn't know you could do that in high school, but anyway.
You can't.
Okay, thanks, David. I knew you'd say that.
Well, Brandon said it in the timeout. It's going to be a lot more difficult to throw the ball going this direction for the Tigers. And that time Lionel let it go probably about with the same velocity he normally does, but that wind just caught it, pushed it too tall for Jermaine, which is saying
pretty
something.
Tall, yeah.
Well, one of the things we've got going on down here, guys, is that early on in these series, they're only putting 5 guys in the box, and they're trying to shut down the pass. Ardmore has really been able to capitalize on the runs when they've got 5 guys in the box. But when we got close to the end zone, they moved 7 up, and it got more difficult.
Get it down to the 5-yard line, then can't get any points on the board here for the Tigers. So they'll turn the ball over on downs inside the 10 at the 9-yard line now. 8-yard line is where the Highlanders will take it. King's going to set them down. And their normal set. And put a man in motion. We'll fake to that man and up the middle, and nothing going to be there for the Tiger defense. Is all over the place. Brian Booker in there. Also in there is DeJuan Miles. So good job defensively for the Tigers right there to stuff them up. About a yard loss on the play, 2nd down and Well, they spot it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think it's an advantage for the Tiger defense. The more they see this offense from Lawton MacArthur, you get more confidence going against it as the game wears on. Early on, it's a little bit scary. Now Tigers just going in there with their regular gusto that they normally have each week, and they're doing well against it.
King will set him down again, second down and a long 10. Flags are flying, and he is in trouble in the end zone there and going to have to throw it out of there. He'll throw it away. The Stewartson Sudbury sideline report giving you this eagle eye look at the flag situation.
It's really hard to tell what they were doing there. The guy threw it on the other side of the field. The guy on this side mirrored it. You really can't look at what they're doing now. They haven't given me any indication.
Looks like procedure against the Highlanders, David.
It was what I was thinking is they didn't have 7 on the line of scrimmage, and both officials threw the flag for that, but I wanted to see.
All right, David, thanks. Stewartson Sudbury bringing the sideline reports this year. We appreciate them. Dr. Stewartson and Dr. Sudbury, family practice on Commerce and Ardmore. Motion is the call against the Highlanders. It'll be declined.
Kevin King feels like he's in a foot race. He is running for his life on every throwing situation for MacArthur. Good pressure again, that time from the Tigers from the backside.
That time, when he saw the pressure and had to eventually escape, he was 5 yards deep in the end zone. You catch the turf monster in there, it's a safety. He's got Brian Booker, Kevin Andrews. He's going to see those guys in his sleep tonight.
Give a little sideline warning there to the Ardmore Tigers bench. King will set him down again. Too wide to the right this time. Man in motion left to right, and he'll get the handoff up in the hole there. Oh, hit hard by Marquise Booker. Somebody's down around his legs as well. That's Brian Booker, so a couple of Bookers in there.
Late flag just flew in.
Tackling too hard, probably the call.
5-yard face mask.
Still may not be a first down, though, if it's a 5-yarder. Depends on where he...
It's not a first down. It's going to be third and about 2, 3.
Well, you said it, Mike. It looked like he had a hole, and all of a sudden Marquise Booker closed it in a hurry. Must have just brushed his hand across the face mask, which is unfortunate, but still going to leave him short on third down.
Marquise Booker closes it with a big old sledgehammer, not just a little ping, ping, ping. He comes hard.
Ardmore needs to hold them down here in this area of the field because any punt that MacArthur kicks is going to go for a country mile because they have the breeze at their back. And if you don't feel that, it will roll all the way down. So they really need to make a stand right here.
Sure, and they also have Brinstetter who can really put the foot under it. You just get it high in the air tonight, and it'll go a while. They hand it off up the middle. The straight play there. Spins and gets a little extra yardage. You'll have the first down. That's Marcus Lindsay on the carry. Gets up to around the 23-yard line. They'll spot it at the 23, and it'll be first and 10 there as they get out of the hole here.
Hand off to Jeff Schlitt up the middle. The Tigers guessing wide right. Everybody over, and that's what makes this offense so hard to stop. It looks like they're setting things up to run it wide, then they make the quick handoff back inside just enough to pick up the first down for them.
I thought 35 was the ball carrier. So. Well, this time King didn't like the motion guy sets up. Well, he comes out and talks to him. Says, hey, why are you out there? Okay, that'll be all right. Now come this way. This time they'll dive back again after the motion guy clears. And this time it's going to be Marcus Lindsay carrying the football, and he'll get maybe a yard on the carry.
I'm really surprised Coach Manning doesn't go with some no huddle. Mix that with this direction offense that he's got. That would be tough to stop. Tigers do have a few seconds at least to catch a break before the ball is snapped.
That play right there where they send that man in motion and then pull that guard that's actually leaving the hole where the play's going to is very difficult for defense to understand, and Tigers are doing a good job with that tonight. Lone back in the backfield. King sets him down 3 out to the wide right side. Again, motion. This time he'll go back to pass. Got to get rushed on right there by Brian Booker. Oh, slap your head.
Come on.
Man, that is a great hit right there. Justin Fields, is that who did it?
Oh, don't call a penalty on that. Oh,
that's Robbie Gordon on the tackle.
Face mask.
He must have got his face mask with his helmet because he put a hat on him.
Well, there was a rush early. He was able to step around. I think it was Duane Miles. He got around him, got to the line of scrimmage.
He doesn't have 3 arms. He hit him with his helmet. The quarterback goes down. I don't see how that could have been face mask.
That was Justin Fields. Nice play. He's going to give him another 5-yarder.
This quarterback's pretty elusive. It's impressive that he was able to square him up and really put a good solid hit on him because he's shown the ability to escape some pressure early on in this game.
Justin Fields is listed as a 170-pound junior and playing like a 220-pound linebacker tonight because he's had some great hits. This time they counter out, and King's going to keep the ball. This time Kevin Andrews rushes him. He's going to get away from him. A big push in the back right there is going to get a flag. And
there he finally comes in.
And now another flag's thrown over
There's
there. I don't
three
know
of
what's going on. King is tackled by Marquise Booker. And we'll see what the flag's all about. David Polk's on the sideline with the Storton Sudbury sideline report.
First we had motion on the left end out here. He got just enough of a lean that they threw a flag for that. And then we've got at least 2 blocks in the back where all those 3 flags are right there. So we're going to back it up what is going to be half the distance from the goal from this spot and replay second down.
Well, I hate to be the first one to say it, but we need some obvious stuff like that to happen for these guys to really give us any good things happening tonight as far as when yellow flies,
well,
because it's been tough so far.
I was about to get a little upset because the referee is just standing right there. He watches it, and it goes to grab his flag, and then he does, and I guess it was caught up on his belt or stuff down in his shirt or whatever.
So he saw somebody else ready to throw it.
Maybe so.
Somebody else can pull the trigger. I don't need to. So that's going to back him up here. So
he had to pick up a lot of laundry right there.
It was
though.
2nd and 9, and now it's going to turn into.
Well,
They'll put it inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. So
at least the break in the action will give Kevin King a chance to get a sip of Gatorade or something, because he is running for his life.
If it's not Andrews, it's Booker. If it's not Booker, it's the other Booker.
Yeah. Kevin got a great rush on him that time, and I thought he would wrap him up, but then a blocker came along, and then somebody got pushed in the back, and I didn't catch that player. Second down and a long way, about 25. They need to get to the 34-yard line. King sets them down there at the 9. He'll just ocean out, give it to the back. That's Lindsey, and he's not going to get much room right there.
We have not seen the MacArthur put the ball in the air with the wind at their back yet. As they've lined up to throw it, I don't believe they've had a throwing attempt just yet.
Justin Fields is playing a heck of a ball game right now. They're running right at him, and he is just form tackling as well as you could teach your youngsters out there to do it. Putting the shoulder down, getting both arms around the ball carrier, slowing him down till the rest of the crew gets there. That's what you have to do against MacArthur. You have to wrap up. You have to slow him down.
Well, and the Tigers are bringing linebackers and making it really tough back there. It's hard to make those fakes and carry out the reverses if you got linebackers in your backfield.
Man in motion this time. They hand it off to the fullback or tailback again, and that's going to be Lindsey. He'll get maybe, a yard maybe on the carry, and that's about it. Tripped up in there. Nice job defensively for the Ardmore Tigers front 5. They do a great job up there tonight and keeping up with it on the tackle.
You could say the front 7 because that time it was DeJuan Miles who came in on a streak, and the running back went off to his right side, and he just got an arm out there, got him low enough to trip him up and bring around 4th down. This kick's going to go a long way, I'm afraid.
Rensetter standing at his own goal line, and Robbie Gordon back at the 35, so he respects him. Nice high spiral. Gordon going to catch it right at the 35-yard line. He'll take off to the right. Great block right there. And that's going to be Justin Fields. They're going to throw a flag on that. Gordon is going to take it. I'm watching the flags. Now they're throwing another one. Robbie Gordon, a great return right there, and I'm paying attention to the flags. He's out of bounds at the 35-yard line across the way there, even inside the 35. He's back to what would have been a first down for the MacArthur Highlanders at the 33.
Billy, I always thought the rule was if it's a block in the back, you land on your stomach. If it's a good block, you land on your butt. And all those guys landed on their butts right there. You would think you got him on the front side if that was the case.
All I know is it's going to be a long game, boys. Multiple infractions.
Back guys by Ellis there kind of caught him in the back and square in the back. So that's what.
That must have been the second or third block, because the first 3 were all clean. It must have been afterwards.
It was Ellis, and he did get him.
Thanks, David. On the sideline there, the Storton Sudbury sideline report. We have a timeout on the field, and we will take one as well. It is 6-3. The Tigers lead it. 6:33 to go in the first half. We're back with more Tiger football from Cameron Stadium on Kickham Country. at 6-3 tonight. And we have 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first half of play at Cameron Stadium. The Ardmore Tigers have the football back after that punt and all that stuff. It's at the 20, let's call it the 27-yard line, and Jimenez sets him down there. He'll take the snap, fakes it to Colbert, back to throw, deep down the field, looking for Gresham at the 35, and
the ball just died in the wind.
It did.
Couldn't get to it because it did do that. Good coverage there. The intended receiver is Gresham, but the coverage defensively goes to number 5, and that's Nico Williams.
Jermaine's running the fly route like he always does every day in practice, and he's anticipating a typical Jimenez throw right on the line. Only this time the wind catches it and just sends it straight down.
And he was finding some separation, too, and you felt like it was just going to be there, and then the ball just laid down. You took the air out of it.
Second down 10. Again, the ball at the 27-yard line. Miller wide to the left. Gresham wide to the right. Booker in the slot. They'll hand it off straight up the middle. And a little bit of running room right there. 3 or 4 yards on the carry. Let's call it 3 yards. They up across the 30-yard line, and they keep Todd on the carry, the fullback. Third down and a long 7 to go.
Of course, Ardmore would like to at least pick up a first down, because if they have to punt from here, it's going to be tough into that wind. MacArthur going to get good field position early in the ball game, but a big play here.
Gresham wide out to the left with the slot man there. Twins out to the right as well. Jimenez across the middle there. Booker at the 45-yard line, and he'll be tackled at the 47. Brian Booker doing a great job. And I'm trying to think, but has Brian dropped any passes this year?
I don't believe so.
I think everything he catches.
Now, that one was tall early, the first pass of the night.
He barely got a finger on it, but that time the pass was also a little high, and he went up and got it, made a crucial first down, as you said, Billy, for Ardmore. Gets them out of the hole of their own field position. Now they're up close to midfield at their own 47.
And Lionel, so good at just standing there waiting till the right possible time to drop it in there with touch, and he did it.
Miller wide to the left this time. Low back is Colbert behind Jimenez. And he's going to hand it to him. It's going to go to the right side, and this is Colbert to the 50-yard line.
Guys, we got lightning.
And we got the lightning detector going off again. Here's the noise that you hear in the
saw
background.
the flash. Did you see the flash?
No, I didn't. I was
did
looking
not.
at the binoculars.
They're going to probably stop the ball game again. David
They
Polk,
are.
this is your territory.
Argon should, because they've got that lightning detection system down. When you didn't have that, you could kind of fiddle a little. There was a direct, so they're going to send him off the field.
All right, David. Having a little trouble there. You must be in a crowd or something.
This better? Hey, you got me there?
Yes, sir.
Once that light goes off down there, these officials are not going to allow them on the field until it goes off. So there was a direct lightning strike in the southwest. It was a straight strike, so that's they're just going to shut it down until it goes away.
And that thing has got great sensitivity because I didn't even hear it or see it or
Yeah, I
anything.
saw the flash, and then I started hearing it sounds like a Buick horn over in the corner. But you know what's bad about this is Ardmore's got a little momentum here. Pick up a big first down. They're on the move. This has been a frustrating first half for the Tiger offense.
It has, especially if they get to shoot us some clock. There's only 5:19 left in the half. They could have driven down, scored a touchdown. They get the ball back at the start of the second half with really a chance to put the foot on the throat of MacArthur. And now they're heading back to the locker room pretty much to start over at square one.
Tonight's action, of course, starting at the 5:19 mark of the second quarter. That's where we'll start tonight with the Ardmore Tigers possession just across the midfield. And that is where we will get started here in just a few minutes. Last night, if you missed it, the scoring summary real quick. Brandstetter kicked a 19-yard field goal to start it off 3-0 Lawton MacArthur. That was 7:18 to go in the first quarter. In the first quarter, the Ardmore Tigers answered quickly. A 20-yard run by Jimmy Colbert, a 5-play, 63-yard drive that topped it a minute minute 38. 6-3 after that, after the kick was blocked on the PAT. Again, Mike Laird along with Billy Wallace tonight, and we've got Brandon Martin on the sideline, the Stiller sideline tonight, brought to you by Storts and Sudbury. And again, our pregame going to be short. Pregame last night brought to you by Brad Fenton Honda, and also by Brad Fenton Motors, and also Fenton Honda. Again, Mike Laird alongside Billy Wallace here in the booth tonight. Glad to have you along again, Part Deuce.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Hey, what a difference a day makes. The skies are clear today. The sun is out and shining. The wind is pretty strong, but that's the only thing that I think will have any effect on the ball game. It looks like a good night to finish this football game.
Brandon Martin is on the sideline with the Storts and Sudbury sideline report tonight, and you were talking about the grass and how well it's groomed over here.
Yes, AstroTurf, very easy to maintain with a John Deere lawnmower. It sets you back only a couple $1,000s to trim it. But it's a little warm down here. Thank goodness we have a breeze. But it looks like the team's vantage point last night never even happened. Both teams coming out, they look pumped up, ready to play a little football.
All right, the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders take the field here. We await the Ardmore Tigers to bust through their sign over there, and here they come. The Ardmore Tigers are taking the field here tonight. We will not have a kickoff. The second-hand sports kickoff, we'll have to wait till somebody scores or the second half tonight. We'll have a 10-minute halftime, which kind of surprised me. The officials told us a little bit earlier we will have a halftime tonight, but it'll only be 10 minutes long. We've got 5 minutes and 19 seconds to play here. The Tigers lead at 6-3, and it seems like we haven't gone anywhere. Billy Wallace?
Speak for yourself.
Seems like we've been 100,000 miles since last night.
Well, unfortunately for the Tigers had some momentum as this game was called last night, as they had just picked up a big first down and they were in the midst of a drive and really came out and made a statement with their defense. They had some mistakes offensively early on the first two series, had a fumble on the first series, an interception on the second series on the first play of each series, but their defense dug in tough, and then the offense got things going, took it down and scored, and they were in the midst of a drive when this thing took a break last night, and here we are.
Well, the second down now and about, 7 to go from the midfield stripe just into Lawton MacArthur territory is where we'll start with the Ardmore Tigers with the first possession. And again, if you didn't make it over here, you're not alone. Not as good a crowd last night, but, pretty proud of the Ardmore Tiger fans made the trip back over to Lawton tonight. Good crowd up there.
A lot of them over there. That's really Brandon's territory. He's on that side of the field, but a lot of them down on the field for the Spirit line. So when you put those guys in the stands, it will help the looks of the bleachers over there.
Brandon, your speculation has turned out pretty good here tonight. Had a pretty good turnout.
You've got to be proud of the Ardmore contingent. I mean, this is no hop, skip, and a jump. It's pretty good ways over to Lawton, but quite a few have made the trip back. At least a couple hundred, maybe more.
And the drive home a little perilous last night as the storm never hit the field, but we drove through a couple on the way home.
Yes, we did.
The official steps away from the football now. We're about to get underway. Second down again. 7 yard to go just across the 50-yard line. And Lionel Jimenez sets down the Ardmore Tigers as we get underway. He'll hand it off right side. That's Jimmy Colbert. Going to get a couple yards maybe on the carry. He'll get down to the 46, 47-yard line. Let's spot it there. And that will bring up third down and a short 3 to go.
Just a simple handoff run into the right side. Keith Todd, nice block up front to give Jimmy a little bit of a crease. That'll bring up third down. A makeable situation, though, for the Tigers. Third down and 4. And they are going into are they with the, I can't tell which way the wind is going, Brandon. That's your territory.
They're against the wind right now, Billy.
Okay.
Jimenez from the shotgun with trips to the Fun Bunch left side. He'll fake it to Colbert, stand out to the right side, looking across the middle. Hits Jermaine Gresham at the 35-yard line. Jermaine keeps it going to the 30. It'll be a first down, Tigers in Lawton MacArthur territory. No, they're not tired. They look fine. First down, Ardmore at the 30.
And credit again, Lionel Jimenez, for standing in there, standing tall in the pocket. David Anderson right in his face from his defensive end position for MacArthur. Got in there just a step late, though, as Lionel had released the ball before he took the hit.
Good patience after a rough start last night for the Ardmore offense. A good start here tonight and kind of taking up where they started that drive earlier last night. Jimenez sets him down, lone back in the backfield. He will follow him up into the hole, and that's Keith Todd doing a good job of blocking right there. And that'll get Lionel about 3 yards, let's call it 4 yards on the carry. Nice job. That'll bring up second down and 6.
Well, Keith Todd adds a little beef to that Ardmore backfield, and he's just a sophomore, only going to get better and bigger. Listed at 205, but again, just a sophomore, good blocker. Actually, he's going to go out and get a break right now, bring in another back for this play.
Lionel Jimenez in the gun this time. The lone back beside him will be Colbert. Miller wide to the left here. Brian Booker in the slot, that side, the wide side of the field. Short over there is going to be Gresham. He'll throw it to him, little button pattern. Oh, in and out of the hands at the 22. Intended receiver is Gresham. Good defense again for the MacArthur Highlanders. Jeff Shift.
That's just a quick hitter to Gresham on the sideline. They're giving him some cushion. That's going to be there all night. Jermaine just ready to run a little bit before the ball got to him. Some early game jitters, maybe just a tad, as you have to. It's got to be hard on these high school kids to be so pumped up for such a big game and then just have to hold it all night. Ride back to Ardmore, ride back again.
3rd and 7 now. Jimenez again from the gun. Lionel calls for the football there. Looks to his right side, and that's going to be Jermaine again. A button hook right there. Outside to the 20, inside to the 18-yard line. They'll push him out at the 17. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Actually spot the ball. Good spot for these guys here at Lawton MacArthur. They get a really good spot for the Tigers at the 16 on that one.
Same play, better result this time, and nice job, Coach Lloyd, going back with the same play to get Jermaine in the flow of the game early. And again, that's going to be there all night as they're giving him some cushion, as he sees every week. He's got an 8 to 10-yard cushion no matter who the Tigers play against.
Again, that's Billy Wallace. I am Mike Laird. I've borrowed somebody else's voice for the game tonight, so I feel like Bobby. Never mind. Here's the snap. Jimenez. Going to hand it off, inside handoff to Jimmy Colbert. Colbert gets across the 15. He'll get down to about the 13-yard line is where they'll spot the football. And a nice run there for Jimmy Colbert. Give him about 3 yards on the carry. I thought he got 4 right there. Not as good a spot as we got last time. 2nd down and long, 7 to go.
And Mike, that's a play that almost mimics Lawton MacArthur there, as Lionel takes a step back, then steps forward, kind of a quick slant across the middle to hand off to Colbert going inside. Almost looks like one of those Lawton MacArthur misdirection type plays.
Same set. This time, Gresham wide to the left. He'll look that way. Gresham across the middle. Old ball thrown and dropped there. Nice job coming across on the defense by Saheeb Henderson. It's in his hands, and he had the Hosky, but he let her slip through there, and that'll bring up another play for the Tigers and dodge the bullet there.
That just looked like a miscommunication between Lionel and I believe it was Jermaine. Brandon, you're down there closer. I'll let you call it.
Yes, it was. I believe either Gresham was supposed to run an in route, or Lionel thought he was, or Jermaine had the right play, or vice versa. But as soon as they threw it, all the coaches started yelling because it was obvious a miscommunication.
Jimenez again calls for it from the gun. Colbert stays back to block. He throws it over in the corner. Ooh, and traffic right there going up to get it. And good defense is going to get an incomplete pass. The intended receiver there is Brian Booker. And he was in deep traffic right there, double coverage. And the ball just barely comes off the tip of his fingers as he jumps to get it. That'll bring up a 4th down now for the Tigers. 4th down and a long 7, and we'll have a timeout on the field. The Ardmore Tigers take a timeout with 2:28 to play in the half. It is 6-3, Ardmore with the lead, and we're back after this timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football on 97.7 Kick 'em Country. Yes, I can hear you. What do you mean? Welcome back here as they hit Miller in the corner for a touchdown. Lionel Jimenez does that. Now, we got Kelby on to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is going to be wide to the left. And so the Ardmore Tigers still without a PAT here in this ball game, even though it's extended. And we've got a score of 12-3 with 2:22 to play in the first half. We're back after this. The Tigers lead it on Kick 'em Country. Welcome back for the secondhand sports kickoff there, and again, Kelby Price getting a pretty good foot into it. Donald Maddox going to be the returner, and he gets a big return back up to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders will snap the football. 1st and 10, their first possession of this second edition of Friday Night Football on Saturday night. 2:17 remaining. The Tigers lead it after their scoring drive, 12-3, and they will set them down. That's King from the underneath center, quick route right there, and a little hitter off the right side. Quick and easy out there to Michael Ecknauer, and he'll be sacked up once he catches the football, but a pretty good gain on it, a 9-yard pass completion for MacArthur. Let's go to the Easy Shop scoring drive. Brandon is on the sideline tonight.
Thanks, Mike. That was a 12-play scoring drive that covered 73 yards and took 22 hours in daylight time, 4 minutes 11 seconds in real time. A 14-yard touchdown pass to Dante Miller from Jimenez on 4th down puts Ardmore up 12-3. Back to you.
All right, thanks. The Easy Shop scoring drive, and this time the scoring drive there is going to be stalled out just shy, I think, of the first down marker right there as they hand it off to the big running back, Michael Roberts there. And Roberts is going to be about a yard short of what he needed. It'll bring up 3rd down now and still about that same half yard.
And how many times did we call Justin Fields' name last night, and he was in on that tackle? Actually, he's going to be right at the line, and they're going to give him the 1st down, but well played by Justin, a good solid tackle.
The guy who spotted it across the way was well away from the 45-yard line. They placed the ball on this side of the field at the 45-yard line, and that is a 1st down.
You know, Mike, we wondered what changes we might see in the MacArthur attack after having all night to study what film they had from last night. And we saw on that first play, they're going to call quicker pass routes. I'll promise you that, because the quarterback last night, King, under all kinds of pressure from the Ardmore defensive ends and the linebackers, as Tigers were blitzing in the middle all, well, quarter and a half. Whatever part of the game we played, they were active all night long.
Seemed like, well, they're trying to change something on the clock, and I'm not sure. Or I thought they were anyway. They're going to snap it. I don't know if I'm confused or if they're confused. 12-3. Tigers lead it, not confused about that. And King will bring up the MacArthur Highlanders. 1st down and 10 at the 45, still in MacArthur territory. They give it again up the middle, and this is going to be Michael Roberts again, and he'll get across the 50 to the 45 and into the 43-yard line is where they'll spot the football, and that's enough for another 1st down. Again, Michael Roberts, one of their quick backs, one of their best backs so far this year as far as rushing is concerned.
That's almost a little crossbuck action there as they fake it left, hand it back, coming right to Michael Roberts. 2 of the Tigers took themselves out of the play as they collided back in the linebacker part of the defense for the Tigers, and just one of those things. You know, they're in position to make the play, just took themselves out.
Quickly up the line of scrimmage, they'll set a man in motion, and King's going to take it around that end by himself. This time, good job on the tackle for the Tigers. Coming up there is Jared Fields, and he'll swing him out of bounds.
You're going to pick up a personal foul, too, as he was a little bit far out of bounds when he slung him to the turf. And that will add 15 more onto this run. And Lawton MacArthur having much more success early in tonight's version of this ball game than the way they started last night.
It's okay, Jared. Play with emotion, and everybody's going to like it, and that's what he did last night, and he's turned it up again tonight. So.
Well, you know, good teams make adjustments at halftime, and when you have all night, good teams make adjustments in the night owl sessions, I guess. I'm sure Lawton MacArthur, their coaches' offices were burning the midnight oil last night.
I think the Ardmore Tigers watched it till the wee hours in the morning, watched the early part of the film anyway. A 1st and 10 here. They'll set 2 wide to the left here for King, and Kenneth will set him down with a lone back behind him in Roberts. He'll fake it to him and roll out to his left, and he is chased down there. Gets the ball away. It's going to be incomplete. Nice job there by the 2 bookend defenders there. Brian Booker was chasing, and Kevin Andrews turned him back. And he had to get the ball away a little bit quicker than he wanted to right there. The incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down and 10.
That was the tight end, Jeff Schlittle, and boy, he really took a hit there as he jumped high in the air to try to pull that pass in and landed on his head as he came down, and he's a little shaken up, going to be replaced on this next play.
Now, I called him Shift a while ago, and you called him
I've got Schlittle.
Schlitty?
Schlittle.
I'm just not good at that.
Well, number 9?
Yeah, I can't pronounce that.
Jeff, well, see, they spelled it 2 different ways. Depends on which roster you look at.
That's true. It is different.
You say one, I'll say the other.
I think we should go
we'll
with
split the difference.
Slittle, because I'm having trouble with the other. I'll tell you. This time they give it to Roberts on the, as he is on the move and handed off in motion. He gets a lot of room up around across the 5-yard line down into the 2-yard line area, and that'll be enough for a Lawton MacArthur Highlander 1st and goal from the 2.
Again, misdirection. You can call it every play because they're going to do this each and every play. Fake it one way, hand it off, going the other. That time in the middle on the left side. And the Tigers not tackling as well as we saw last night. They're a little bit sluggish on defense.
Well, timeout, Lawton MacArthur with 40 seconds to go in the half. 12-3, the Ardmore Tigers lead the MacArthur Highlanders. MacArthur has it 1st and goal at the 2 when we return. You're listening to 97.7 Kick 'em Country. And welcome back. Here it is again, 1st and goal from the 2 for Lawton MacArthur's Highlanders. Ken King will set them down. And Kevin, that is King. Kenny King was a different guy, wasn't he?
He was pretty good, though.
He was pretty good. Split backs in the backfield behind King, and he'll hand it off to the deep back. That's Roberts again. Roberts going to get in for the touchdown for Lawton MacArthur. So the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders do something here tonight that it looked like they couldn't do last night, and that's make a drive in and score on the Ardmore defense.
And only threw it one time, as they were able to do it pretty much on the ground. And again, they didn't gain an inch hardly last night in that first quarter and a half. But tonight they have made some adjustments. They have some renewed confidence out there as they take it right down the field and answer Ardmore's opening scoring drive.
Kevin King will hold here, and Brandstetter will kick, and Jacob is pretty much automatic from this right here. Certainly one of the best field goal kickers and PAT guys in the district, and certainly one of the best in the state, and gets it done from right there. So that'll put the score at 12-10. The Ardmore Tigers lead it by 2 with 37 seconds remaining in the first half. We're back after this. You're listening to Ardmore Tiger football. 97.7 is Kick 'em. Right back here as Brandstetter kicks it in and through the end zone on the kickoff, so the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. This could be, I mean, you know, barring anything less than, this could be the best offensive performance on both sides of the football we've seen tonight after that scoring drive right there by Lawton MacArthur. And again, 12-10 now with 37 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
One thing you don't want to do is walk away from your radio because these two teams are pretty good.
They're going to score quickly tonight. And it's not because of their lack of defense either. That's what's scary about this whole deal. Oh, by the way, speaking of lack of defense, the Sooners will be playing. I'm just kidding. Sooners will be coming up here. We're going to join that game in progress as soon as the high school get out of the way here, and we'll get this game done and then join them for the last probably half of the ball game, maybe a little less, but right during the second half of the ball game, we'll catch up with the OU Sooners tonight, and we'll do that right here on Kick 'em Country, so stick around for that. Second down and 11 to go after the loss of 1.5 yards on the play.
Just took a knee, and Tigers just want to get in the locker room here. Don't want to do anything risky on their own end of the field.
7 seconds. I can remember a time when they didn't do that here at this particular stadium, can't you? So it's one of those good deals tonight. Take a couple of knees and they go to the halftime locker locker room. It is the Ardmore Tigers 12, the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders 10, as we look at one of the top games in the state this week. Day number 2 continues after this at Cameron Stadium. Mike Leard with Billy Wallace, and Brandon Martin is our sideline guy. Brandon doing a good job down there. And we'll get a easy shop scoring drive from him when the Ardmore Tigers score. We're back after this. The Mercy Memorial Health Center halftime show is going to be on the air at Kickham Country. To the second half. Little did they know they'd defer this some 22 and a half hours, but that's the story, and they're getting that all taken care of at the midfield stripe right now. The Ardmore Tiger captains are out there and talking with Lawton MacArthur and trying to decide where they want it or who's going to catch the ball and all that. The Ardmore Tigers probably going to take the ball here to start the second half. They'll do that right to left here as Lawton MacArthur will kick it from the 40 on the east end of the stadium. The Tigers take the field here again in the second half, getting ready for the second half. A little bit of warming up going on for the Ardmore Tigers. Lawton MacArthur now will take the field as well. And again, we are in the halftime portion of our show, brought to you by Mercy Memorial Health Center. We appreciate their continued support of the Ardmore Tigers and of Kickham Country Radio. We talked about the stats and stuff like that. What do you see, Billy, in the second half? I mean, as far as what does Ardmore need to do to keep this thing at least at the deficit it is, 12-10?
Well, they've got to come out with that same intensity on defense that they had last night, because this is a tough offense to go against. With all the misdirection, just finding the football, finding the right guy to tackle. But last night they had so much penetration and crashing the defensive ends that they disrupted the entire offensive package for MacArthur. But tonight they didn't have that same intensity, and I think Lawton MacArthur has adjusted. They're going to hit the quick hitters a little bit more. The one pass play they completed was like a two-step drop, not even a three-step drop to get that ball out of there. So Tigers have got to just jump up there, find that intensity level again on defense. I think the offense is fine. They came out, took it right down the field.
All right, while I'm thinking about it, we'd like to say thanks to Dave Anthony back in the studio's in-house production of the Kickham Country Tiger football tonight. Thank you, Dave. And 12-10 score in this one. The Ardmore Tigers up by 2. And again, I want to remind you, we will jump into the OU football game here probably around the halftime of their football game, it looks like. Anyway, right now there's no score. I'm not sure what the time is, Billy.
I don't know.
He doesn't know either.
I don't know.
I thought you knew everything.
I've got
pretty close to that.
I've got a whale of a game right here. I'm trying
no
to
score in
take
the OU Kansas State matchup at Norman. We'll keep you up to date with the scores as we go through in this contest right here. Again, the Ardmore Tigers are brought to you this year by a bunch of people, including Brad Fenton Honda, with the pregame show, and of course we do have the Just Another Salon coin toss that we got last night. Secondhand Sports taking care of all the kickoffs tonight. Storts and Sudbury, Dr. Storts and Dr. Sudbury, their family clinic there on Commerce Street in Ardmore, taking care of the sideline report this year, and of course the halftime show brought to you by Mercy Memorial Health Center. Bill Parker, New York Life, will bring you the talk with Coach Lloyd after the ball game, the post-game talk, and we'll have the Carter County Dodge 5-star dealer star of the game. And the scoring drives brought to you by Valero's Easy Shop. The scoring drives, a couple of great locations in Ardmore. Well, they've got it all ready for the Second-Hand Sports second half kickoff. Lawton MacArthur will be doing that. Brandstetter will set it on the 40, kicks left to right here, east to west. And the Tigers huddle up across the way, getting ready to get all that done.
Just looking at the flags, I think the wind has let up just a little bit. There's still a pretty good breeze, but the Tigers are going to have the wind in the fourth quarter, I believe, the way it's set up. If that's correct, I can't tell from this angle.
You're correct, sir.
I can't see the flags from my vantage point.
The wind is kind of out of the, what is that, the northeast or southeast?
Southeast.
Well, we're going east and west, so we're turned around.
And we're on the north side of this field, right?
Last time we checked.
Okay. So out of the southeast, a little bit of wind. Brandstetter sets it up at the 40. Stubblefield back deep. He'll go, well, he's going to kick it in and out of the end zone right there. Brandstetter can really put a boot to it, and that'll let the Ardmore Tigers start their possession here, their first possession in the second half at the 20-yard line. So reminiscent of where we were right before halftime, the Tigers have first and 10 at the 20.
Lawton MacArthur really got their money's worth with their kicker. Brandstetter has a big right leg there, as pretty much without doubt you knew that was going to carry to the end zone. It's going to be a long field for the Tigers.
They'll break the huddle with Jermaine Gresham going wide out to the right here. Dante Miller wide to the left. Tights up along the both sides of the line with the lone back in the backfield. That'll be Keith Todd. Rolling out to his right, it's Lionel Jimenez looking for help now, and he'll fling it down the field. Caught there by Marquise Booker, in and out of the hands. I thought he had that thing.
And what an effort by Jimenez just to get the ball away, as he had a pretty intense rush. Double tides that time for the Tigers, but a couple of Highlanders in the backfield surrounding Jimenez. Just about time he released the ball, he found the open receiver, which a fine job looking down the field, as Marquise Booker had separated himself, and really a nice throw. Marquise just ready to run before the ball got to him.
So that'll bring up second down and 10 now from the 20-yard line. Miller wide to the right with Gresham wide to the left this time. They'll have a slot this side. Stephen Lee Tite will flex here. And a back beside Jimenez. He calls for it from the gun. Always rushed out of there again, and this time Jimenez is going to be sacked up back near the 11-yard line. And the MacArthur front line there just making penetration, and boy, you can't have that. Devastating to the Tigers. Back them up to the 12. That's where they'll spot the football. Bring up third down and about 16 to go.
Well, that was Marcus Lindsay for MacArthur. He's listed as a linebacker. He just walked himself up to the line of scrimmage. Tigers in a wide set and nobody there to block him, and he just outran everybody. Got to Jimenez before Jimenez had a chance to get away.
Didn't get to the 30-yard line, so it's third down and 18 to go from there. And they'll split Gresham wide to the left. Robbie Gordon in the slot this side as well at wide receiver. Jimenez from the gun again. This time looking for, well, he's going to be rushed pretty strong again. Throws it down the field, and we've got contact down there, but no flags are flying. So pretty rough offensive possession here for the Ardmore Tigers.
And a renewed enthusiasm. Again, that was D'Amico Brewer for MacArthur. Almost picked that thing off, and that's maybe an ill-advised throw right there. We've seen very few from Lionel, but he's trying to make something happen, and Tigers fortunate there that Brewer didn't pick that one off.
Third down turns into a fourth down and 18 now. He declined a penalty that I didn't ever see an indication of a penalty. I didn't see a flag. Did you, Brandon?
Yeah, they called a hold on the left tackle here for Ardmore. Okay. He was the last man between MacArthur and the ball.
Stephen Lee on to punt here. Back deep is going to be King. Is that D'Amico back there too?
Can't see his number.
Brewer is back as well at the 50-yard line. Stephen from his own end zone hits a pretty nice punt. It's kind of a knuckleball at the 49 there. Brandstedter's the guy that's returning the kick, and he will return it for about 8 yards to the 40-yard line, and that is where they'll have it first and 10.
Well, good coverage for the Tigers, their punt coverage, but with the wind in their face, that's still going to be great field position for MacArthur, and really the momentum sitting over here on this MacArthur sideline.
We got to get it off this gold and green thing right here and get it back to Cardinal and White. First and 10 for King and the Highlanders. They'll come into the line of scrimmage with the lone back of the backfield. In motion, well, the tight end just moves and sets up left side now. Now they have a motion man coming back this way. They hand it a guy behind him, and up the middle is going to be Robertson. He'll get a couple of yards maybe on the carry, and that's all.
Tackle made by DeJuan Miles. Helmet to helmet there, although you have to credit Michael Roberts there as he moved the pile and picked up a couple of yards after contact.
So bring up a second down and 8 now for the Highlanders.
MacArthur got a whole new sense of confidence, though. You can just feel it.
Got a lot more sleep than Ardmore did, too, I bet. Split backfield. King pitches it. Oh, Roberts puts it on the turf. And there he is to recover it. The Ardmore Tigers have it. Great job by the Tigers there as the ball just comes loose. DeJuan Miles falls on it. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 44-yard line. So Ardmore with new life on offense. And that is the first down mark, the 44.
Well, I think King saw DeJuan Miles step up into the gap there and knew he was coming at him as DeJuan Miles was blitzing on the play. He dropped the ball. It landed right in front of DeJuan, and that's a big break for Ardmore.
Tigers will have it now to snap. Lionel Jimenez from the gun. Got him lined up out here to the left side, and he'll give it off to Jimmy Colbert. No, he keeps it on his own, pulls it out across the 45. Ball comes loose, but he's down. He's down at the 48.5-yard line, and the official quickly points to the turf here and says, no, he was down before the ball came out.
And we have not seen too many design keepers for Lionel Jimenez really all season, and that's one that I think the Tigers want to get back to the running game a little bit as they've been throwing it quite a bit the last couple of possessions. Want to, again, get a positive momentum headed in their direction now, and that's a big play on 1st down.
Dante Miller wide to the right here. Jermaine Gresham wide to the near side of the field, or short side of the field, if you will. Timeout on the field. Ardmore Tigers want to take a timeout and talk about it. 9:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ardmore leads at 12-10. They have the ball 2nd down and 4 to go, and we're back after this on Kick 'em Country. Second down and a long 4 for the Tigers. They'll take the handoff and give it to Jimmy Colbert. He fakes it, and Jimenez down the field. That's going to be Miller at the 10. Oh, it's just thrown a little bit too long right there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 play. 3rd down and 5, let's call it. And we just heard the PA announcer here, Billy, say the Oklahoma Sooners lead in the game. Kansas State 7-0 here early on in the contest.
Nice play call there, Coach Lloyd. A little play action, and really the fake carried out well by Lionel. Sold it to us. We thought he had given the ball to Jimmy Colbert as he hid the ball, let Dante Miller come open, and that ball just overthrown a little bit into the wind. So Lionel got his juices flowing pretty good tonight.
2 backs beside him this time from the gun. 3rd down 5. Takes the snap, hands it to, fakes it to Marquise, gives it out to the right side, and that's going to be a catch there. And again, big Jermaine Gresham, you know, he's almost been automatic here in this ball game. Little hook, button hook, whatever you want to call it out there in the flats about 15 yards down the field. And just, oh, that's Brian Booker. I'm going to give credit where credit's due here. And the, no, it's Jermaine.
No,
okay.
it was Jermaine.
Yes, Jermaine.
You know he has the respect of the opposing coaches when on 3rd and 5 he has 10 yards of cushion from the nearest defender. He just took a couple steps, jabbed back to his right, and was wide open along the sidelines for a very important 1st down.
What you got to like about that, Billy, is Lionel he doesn't aim it. He just tosses it out there a little bit better.
When he had some mustard on it, too, to
calmer,
get it there.
Yeah, a little calmer throw right there. 1st and 10 for the Tigers now, 36-yard line. They'll hand it to Colbert right side. He's got a little bit of a hole, but a nice job there defensively. On the play is number 42, Chris McNeil, and he is going to stop him just shy of about a 2-yard gain, looks like. 2nd down and 8.
Took a pretty good lick also, Mitchell Eichenhauer from MacArthur, but Jimmy Colbert, great job protecting the football there as Eichenhauer came across, swiped at the football as he went by. Just gathered it up, made sure that he kept it, because, you know, you hit the turf here, you never know what direction it's going to go. We said that last night several times.
Miller wide to the left and Gresham wide to the right. Both backs on either side of Jimenez. He'll take the snap, looks right to pass, hits Miller out in the flats. Ooh, bouncy, bouncy.
That's 3 of those. We've had 3 of those where the receiver's ready to run. It's, again, a lot of emotion for this ball game. These guys want to do well so much that just want to take a step before that ball gets to them.
When I was a kid, they called you Teflon after a play like that when you came back to the huddle, because no sticky right there. Really nice pass. And again, Miller set up, and he was ready for it.
Well, that's 3 of them. That's 3 different receivers. So
slippery little dude, yeah. This is one of those ball games where there's a lot riding on this thing, and you don't think the kids feel pressure, and then they get a big 22-hour break, and it's really tough. Jimenez from the gun again. This time, Colbert beside him. Back to throw. He throws a little over the middle here to Brian Booker. Screen play. Nice job inside the 30-yard line there. They'll be shy of the first down yardage, but they're going to be about a yard shy of that, it looks like. Depends on where the spot is.
Great patience again for Lionel, standing in there. Pretty good rush again. Dumped it in the center there, and Booker went to his right. If he goes back left, he's got some field in front of him, but somebody just reached out, got an ankle as he went by.
Fourth down at a long one, and this is definitely a place where you're going to go for it. I mean, we don't have a field goal kicker that can kick that, 40-something yard field goal, and there's no sense in punting down here. So the Tigers are going to go for it. Fourth down at a long one. I-backs behind Jimenez. Underneath center this time. Takes the snap. Deep back right there. That'll be close to a first down as he gets his forward progress up to the 25. They need to give him a really good spot right here. At least spot it where it is, and they don't do that.
They didn't, no.
They do not give us a good spot.
Brandon, you're looking right down the stripe.
That's as bad a spot as he could have been given, but I think he has got it by just the nose at that. It's awful close, though.
Well, he is up there.
Just a terrible spot.
He touches the 25-yard line with a foot. So that's the forward progress. You can look at it on the playback. That'll be Tuesday night, by the way, 8 o'clock. Check it out.
It's right there, just even with it. I can't tell if he has it or not, and I kneeled right down there, but he does.
Good. Yeah, got it.
Hey, Brandon.
First down, Tigers.
You're 1 for 1.
Second-hand sports, Sports and Sudbury sideline report with Brandon Martin, now the soothsayer.
That's a record that'll never be topped, 1 for 1.
He's not going to guess again, is what he said.
First and 10 Tigers. That's a big first down right there for the Ardmore Tigers here. 7:17 to play in the third. 12-10, the Tigers lead it. And they need a good long drive here and take up some of this clock tonight. Offset backfield behind Jimenez. He's from underneath the center again. Right back to throw. He got it up in the corner over there. That is Jermaine Gresham. Touchdown Tigers.
Well, Lionel put it in the place where only his guy could get to it. And I think double coverage that time on Gresham. He just out-jumped everybody, came down with it.
Hey, they're covering him up twice every single time. That's a great-looking pass right there. 26-yard touchdown pass to the big one. That's Jermaine Gresham, All-American, Sports Illustrated, Jermaine Gresham. And from now on, we're just going to call him AA, All-American. He goes up, and how many times have you seen him in his high school career? They just throw it up there. You don't have to aim it. You don't have to do anything. Just throw it up where he's the only one that can get it. He's 6'6" 3/8" or something like that. 7/8 inches. So go up there and let the big man do it.
Well, and give, again, the offensive line for the Tigers, giving Jimenez time to throw the football, and Lionel with a perfect throw.
Lionel Jimenez is going to go for 2 on the PAT here. We've already got a flag on the attempt, and he'll roll out now to his left as he scrambles for room. And so we'll have to see how the flag plays into this. It has to almost be motion or somebody lined up wrong or offsides as early as the flag
was before the play.
Illegal motion against the Tigers. So that negates the PAT try. They're going for 2. 18-10 the score. The Tigers lead it with 6:59 to play in the third. And we're back after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on Kick'em Country. Welcome back here, the second-hand sports kickoff from the 40-yard line. Price will get a foot into it there, and he gets a high kick, but into a little bit of a breeze, and it'll come down at the 20. Oh, ball knocked around. It's loose on the floor down there. It looks like the Tigers have it. The Tigers recover. Ardmore has the football at the 22-yard line in Lawton MacArthur territory, and they're going nuts.
Brandon, you call it. You're standing right there next to it.
Well, I couldn't quite catch the number of the MacArthur player. I believe it's number 34. Ball's fluttering in the air. He let it hit right off his chest. And as we said, the turf, you never can predict the bounce. I don't have a roster in front of me, but number 22 for the Ardmore Tigers got it on about the third hop, and they're in business. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That's none other than Jared Fields, and he's had his career game so far here in last night's first part of the contest and this contest. And great position here for the Tigers now after they score 18-10. And we'll get that scoring drive from you here in just a second, Brandon, as the Tigers already up and ready to snap the football. Jimenez underneath center. Again, the offset eye backfield behind him. Miller wide to the right with Gresham, or Gresham wide to the right with Miller wide to the left. Jimenez looks both ways. He'll take the snap. Looks down the field, going right to it, up in the air. That's a touchdown. Tigers and Jermaine Gresham have put it on the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders one play after the turnover. 24-10, Tigers lead.
Well, you're going to need a double scoring drive now because we never got the other one in. But well thrown again. And I want to credit this time, DeJuan Miles picked up the blitzing linebacker that time and gave Lionel the time to make the throw.
Boy, howdy, I'm telling you, that's the way you get things turned around quickly, momentum-wise. 24-10. And, you know, that's reminiscent of what the pros do. When you get a turnover in the pros and you're in that end of the field, what do? You throw it into the end zone, first down at 10.
You got a guy like that in the end zone, you do.
You bet. Kobe Price a kick here. Austin Williams will hold. Kick is up, and he got it. It is good. It's 25-10. The Ardmore Tigers lead the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders. 6:50 to play in the third quarter. We're back after this on Kick'em Country. PAT will line it up at the 40 and do it all over again, and he'll kick it high. Same story. It's going to come to the up back, but that guy's been changed out, and that's going to be Tyler Johnson, and he catches the ball and makes a little bit of a return down to about the they'll spot it somewhere around the 30, just outside the 30 at the 31. We're going to go downstairs there, and again, the easy shop scoring drive. You're going to have to do two, Brandon.
You got it. The first one was 8 plays. It covered 56 yards in 3 minutes, 22 seconds. A 27-yard touchdown pass from Jimenez to Gresham. And then 1 play later, after a fumble on the kickoff, 23-yard pass from Jimenez to Gresham. It only took 6 seconds. Kevin King last night, the quarterback for Mac, had dreams of Booker and Andrews on defense. He's been burned in 2 plays by Gresham to the deep corner. He's going to not be able to sleep for a week.
He'll bring him back to the line of scrimmage. Lawton MacArthur, 1st and 10 of the 30. Takes the snap, hands it off to the Roberts back, and Roberts spins, but he's hit hard again as he spins into it. And that going to be some pretty good effort there. Now we got to give a little bit of credit here on the Andron Thompson side of things as he comes up there and gets a hat in the pile. Kevin Andrews, not Maurice Booker. How about Marquise Booker?
And I think the Tiger Swarm is back, and the momentum wearing a white jersey now. As the Tigers have wrestled it back, it was sitting over here on the Mac sideline. It's wearing white jersey.
King again sets his team down. Man in motion, and he'll hand it off to that man, and coming this way is Bo Martin, and Bo Martin's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nice job defense.
Are awake now on defense. This is what we saw last night, just swarming to the football. First guy there is making the tackle early in the game tonight. We saw some missed tackles, but not now.
Timeout on the field. Lawton MacArthur takes a timeout. They have it 3rd and 9, and the ball is at the 32-yard line in MacArthur territory when we return. 5:51 to go. The Tigers lead 25-10 on Kick'em Country.
Oh, King is going to be sore tonight, and that is Kevin Andrews blasting him. We talked about blood on the moon for the quarterback last night, and that's exactly what Kevin Andrews did, unabated, if you will, to the quarterback. Sacks him for about a 12-yard loss, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 20, and Lawton MacArthur reeling right now at 5:25 to go in this third quarter.
Untouched. Straight to the quarterback.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
You got it.
Brandstetter on the kick here. They'll have a man in motion on the punt, and Brandstetter going to roll to his left and kick the football away. Robbie Gordon takes it at the 35 to the 40. 45 has a little bit of running room there. Oh, backtracks a little bit. Now he gets a good block at the 50, across the 50-yard line to the 45-yard line in MacArthur territory, and a great return right there as Robbie just has a lot of patience waiting for a couple of things to happen, and great job by the Tigers special teams again. And you're going to talk about a block, Billy Wallace.
Oh, Marquise Booker. If you watch the playback, watch Marquise, and then after the block in the middle of the field, he's the first guy over to help his player out of a pile of MacArthur players over here on their sideline. He is feeling it.
Guys, I thought there was a flag on the play. That was a MacArthur helmet flying into the sideline. What a block.
Hello, Marquise Booker.
Hello, my name's Marquise. I hit real hard.
Now he's a cheerleader.
25, yeah, exactly. He went off the field doing that. Jimenez leads him up with the eye backs here. Twins wide to the right here for Lionel. 4:55 on the clock. Tigers lead 25-10. Here's the snap. He'll hand it off deep. That's Jimmy Colbert following his blocker up. And that time, Jimmy's going to get slippy by right there. About a 3-yard carry is all he's going to muster out of that. Well, they'll spot it back where it looks more like a 2-yard carry. But Colbert gets hit real hard on the play right there.
Well, Jimmy had a lead blocker, Keith Todd, but Keith didn't get to his man to knock him off. It's really a fine defensive play by D'Amico Brewer as he fought through a block. The Ardmore wide receiver just lost containment on him a little bit. He reached inside and messed the play up. And D'Amico Brewer's the guy we talked about last night. Duell Brewer, former Sooner. That's his son.
Right.
He's playing a good ball game. Good player.
As was Daddy. Jimenez sets him down. Lone back of the backfield. Twins out to the right. This time he handed to Colbert. No block in there and a good defensive play. Right there, I was going to mention Nathan Fernandez earlier because that's why Keith Todd didn't make the block on that guy. He looked at the cornerback. I would too. You know, you're running out there, you got to block somebody. You see the little cornerback or you see Fernandez standing there, you think, I'm blocking that guy over there. And Fernandez, quite a player, pretty good-sized fella and making the play right there.
Guys, you might want to watch right here, see if the Tigers go back to the well. Number 16, Kevin King, back out on Gresham. The last 2 times he was there, Ardmore scored on the deep fade route. He's back for more.
Nathan Fernandez about 260. I couldn't remember his weight, but 260. That's a lot to carry around. Nice job there. Jimenez finds Jermaine over to the right side, just right. Jermaine goes to the flag right there, the first down marker, and turns, catches the ball, then gets himself about 7 or 8 more yards just on effort, and a great job there by the All-American.
And walking the tightrope over there, too. A pretty good job for a big guy, keeping his balance in bounds, and picked up an extra 7 yards there after he made the catch for the first down.
Well, think about that smart-wise. You go to the marker, you look at the marker, you turn the button right there, and that's where you accept the ball. You got a first down every time you do that, and that's just heads-up football by a young man that everybody knows can play this game. And Jimenez doing a good job throwing it right in there. He'll set him, no he won't. He's going to take a timeout here. Didn't like something that he's looking at. Timeout Tigers, 2:56. That's 2:56 to go. Third quarter. Tigers with a lead, 25-10, and we're back after this. You're listening to Ardmore Tiger football on 97.7 Kick 'em Country. Back here.
here. The Ardmore Tigers set him down in the I-back set, and they'll hand it to the deep back. No, Jimenez is going to follow him up in the hole. Lionel dances around, breaks it loose, 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and he's across the 20 down to the 15-yard line. He'll have a first down for the Tigers. Lionel Jimenez breaking his leg loose from at least 2 players on the defense right there to get the first.
And I like that play call too, as Jimenez fakes it up the middle, and then he has 2 lead blockers. How would you like to have Marquise Booker and DeJuan Miles block for you as you take the ball?
Not a bad deal right there. Miles and Booker still in the ball game, and the I-backs there. Jimenez underneath center with Gresham and Miller wide to the left. He'll set him down, takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback this time, and that's Booker. Marquise going to get him about 3 yards on the carry. Tough running right there, but still gets it done. Good job right side of that offensive line, making a difference.
You can feel the Tiger offensive line starting to surge up front in that running game, as MacArthur's done a better job tonight against the run than they did last night. But I think that Ardmore offense starting to wear down the defense a little bit, and that offensive line is starting to take over the ball game.
That's what they need to do here, just move the clock.
Of course, the
steadily and run the football.
Same guys we always talk about: Fitzgerald, Grant, Hoffman, Andrews, Parrish, and Booker. Not a bad crew to have.
2nd down, 7 to go. They need to get to the 5 for a first. Fake it to Miles, and he'll throw it out in the flats. That's going to be Marquise. Marquise high diving into the end zone. Yes! Touchdown, Tigers. Marquise catching the ball, soft hands, and stretching across the pylon for the 6 for the Ardmore Tigers. It is 31-10.
That was a gymnastic touchdown there. He left the field at about the 3-yard line and did a dive right at the orange cone in the corner.
I like that a lot.
Took the official a second to signal.
Kelby Price will line it up here at the 10 to PAT, 31-10 here. Austin Williams on the hold. Minute 37 left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, what a quarter for the Tigers.
Well, we have a whistles just prior to the snap right there. Not sure what this is about.
Going to back them up.
The signal is illegal procedure against Ardmore.
Illegal procedure against Ardmore.
And would you say the 3rd quarter has belonged to the Ardmore Tigers?
Yes, it has.
Wow, offensive explosion.
Certainly capable, the Tigers, of making this thing look ugly. Of course, the turnover helped. That changed the momentum right there. Big turnover after a touchdown. And here's the kick. It is going to be good.
Nice job.
So Kelby Price puts it through the uprights to make it 32-10 with 1:37 to play in the 3rd. We are back after this. The Ardmore Tigers lead the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders. You're listening to Tiger Football on Kick 'em Country. Here. A second-hand sports kickoff from the 40 with Kelby Price. Gets a foot into it. It's high again, about the same place. It'll come to the same guy this time. Tyler Johnson will take it. He's going to run it straight up the sideline right there. And a little bit more of running room there for the MacArthur Highlanders on the return. He gets up near the 40-yard line. They'll spot the ball. They step out of bounds back there. Is that what happened? At the 31. They'll spot it just the nose of the football is going to be at the 32-yard line. So steps out of bounds across the way on the return. We'll check with the Easy Shop scoring drive, and Brandon Martin is on the sideline with the Sports and Sudbury sideline report.
Thanks, Mike. 6-play, 44-yard drive, took 3 minutes and 18 seconds, capped off by a 15-yard pass from Lionel Jimenez to Marquise Booker, who went acrobatic for the touchdown to the pylon. Tigers have blown it open, 32-10.
Motion man gets the football on this play. That's Sahib Henderson. He's at the 40 to the 45-50. He is going to be drugged from behind. DeJuan Miles is going to catch him there, and they're going to drag him a little too far out of bounds, according to the official, as he throws the flag, and Ellis Knight also in there on the play.
Excellent
throws
block.
his hat. So that's a double flag right there.
Jeff Schlittle with an excellent block for the Highlanders. Pinned one of the Tigers up inside. They were able to break containment and get outside to the boundary, down the boundary in a what they're going to call a late hit, but is it
they're going to call
be
a personal
offsetting?
foul? No, it's because it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against the Tigers as well. Thank you very much. Official right there didn't like the attitude that they got on the sideline there from some of the Tiger players, and that's going to give Lawton MacArthur a lot more room on the field into Tiger territory. And boy, you don't want something like that to just happen 2 in a row right there. That'll take them down deep into Tiger territory.
Well, that's the third major penalty against the Tigers in the ballgame.
The unsportsmanlike, and it'll be a first down at the 14-yard line in Tiger territory for Lawton MacArthur.
And that hurts.
Yeah, plays like that change the momentum quickly, because Lawton MacArthur's not a team you want to give a short field to very often. 1:25 to play in the third quarter. Tigers up 32-10.
You want to play with some spirit, but not too much.
Spirit between the boundaries. Is that what you mean?
I think that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. In motion back the other way. Oh, coming out and passing. That ball tipped right there. Nice defensive play. And Ellis Knight just almost had himself a long way to run as if he'd have caught that football. Knocks it away.
Injured Highlander out there.
The injured player is the intended receiver out there. And going to get up, limping a little bit there.
That's tight end.
Mitchell Eichenauer. Is that who that is?
Yes, it is. Good defensive player, too, so that could be really a big loss for MacArthur there. As he plays both ways. And looks like he's holding a hand or a finger, wrist.
Well, maybe the way he fell, it may be a shoulder. You never know. I mean, speculation, and that's not good. But they're certainly working underneath his shoulder pad right there. First down and 10 turns into second down and 10 now at the 14-yard line. 13-yard line is where they spotted the football. Oklahoma what?
9.
9, and Kansas State nothing.
Well, he's certainly going to have to sit out, as he is pretty well shaken up, as they're going to walk him off slowly and call a timeout out on the field. I see the water jugs have made its way out.
Guys, Ellis Knight isn't feeling very well either. He's got his helmet off. He's holding, well, we're not allowed to speculate, but he's in a little bit of pain himself.
So that'll bring up a second down and 10 here. Let me get back to action. Injury timeout has the water team out on the field for the Tigers, but Lawton MacArthur about to get out of the huddle. So
well, that's a
they'll have to hurry.
Great job of taking advantage of any stoppage, because it is a hot, muggy night. Sounds like a country song,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
that's
Sounds like something you'd play on Kick 'em Country.
There you go. Hot, muggy night. We're not talking about a guy in a metal suit either. The MacArthur Highlanders are going to break the huddle here. King will be underneath center with trips out to the left side. He's got Roberts behind him, and he will get the quick pitch there. Oh, quickly up there. Brian Booker tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And back out to the 18-yard line, let's call it. So about a 5-yard drop there. Booker shoots through there quickly. Nice job.
Quick pitch to the left. Not quite quick enough. Not as quick as number 88. Brian Booker is a guy that, I mean, before he's done, he's going to have as many people looking at him as, or in my opinion, as are looking at Gresham.
Quite an athlete, just a
he
junior.
is a difference maker out there on the field.
Bet.
I don't know what that was.
King sets him down here, and again in motion is Sahib. King rolls out to the right, looking down the field, got a man, no, knocked up in the air. It is taken away there, and that's Marquise Booker at the 20 or 15-yard line. Returns it up to the 18-yard line. And man, did he step down there in a Jeff Schulte.
And man, did he get a block from Justin Fields.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at number 9 coming off slow.
That's when you check your teeth.
Justin and Jared have this twin thing going on. They're trying to see who gets the most paint on their helmet.
Wow.
1st and 10 Tigers at the 18. So the Tiger D knocks away the Lawton MacArthur hopes there. 31 seconds remaining in the third. The Tigers lead at 32-10.
Bill Allen was here filming last night. Didn't get to come back tonight, but it was saying that in the MacArthur crowd how many people were commenting how physical Ardmore is. They don't just tap you and hope you go down. They're putting them down.
Gresham wide to the left. Miller wide to the right. Jimenez sets him down with eyes straight behind him. This time he'll hand it off to the right side. That's going to be Jermaine, and Stubblefield gets up to the 20-yard line, give him a couple on the carry, and he'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
I still say that is such a great difference maker there, too, as you bring Stubblefield in, who, again, is the quick back, the jet back. And, you know, you get used to that power game Tigers have featured on the last couple of possessions with Miles and Marquise Booker, and then you bring the Joe Washington-style guy in. It's just not fair. They get too many options.
That's going to be the end of 3 quarters of play as we get finally a good stance of quarters in here tonight. 32-10. The Ardmore Tigers lead Lawton MacArthur Highlanders, and the Tigers looking like the best team in the state right now. We're back after this. You're listening to 97.7 Kickham Country.
Goodness.
Game 32-10. The Ardmore Tigers lead it as they will have the football 2nd down and 8 to go. The ball is right at the 20-yard line as the official steps away from it now. Jimenez will set him down, and I-backs twins wide to the right. Jimenez counters it back here, and that's Stubblefield again. Quickly up across the 20-25. He's loose at the 35-yard line and tripped up there. Nice defensive effort on the play to stop him, and that's T.J. Traylor on the tackle, but not before a long gain and a 1st down
And
for
a
the
flag.
Ardmore Tigers. I didn't see the flag. Here it is.
It's going to be holding on us. Right side of the line, number 79, I believe that's Tyler Parrish. I couldn't quite tell, but they got somebody on the strong side of the line for holding, and they'll bring it all the way back.
Jermaine Stubblefield, 5'10", 160-pound junior. Love to watch him run with the ball. You feel like he's going to go every time he touches it. He just almost broke the seam coming right down the hash mark on the right side there. Had one guy to beat there, and he got an ankle. Wouldn't have mattered. It would have come back, but still a pretty run.
So rather than 1st and 10, we'll have it 2nd down and around 18.
It's getting really quiet here in the stadium,
Yes, it is.
at least on this side. The Stew crew is having a good time on the far side, though, wearing their red. Stuart Hoffman's got his fan club, I guess, making the trip over today.
Is there 20 of them? That's what somebody told me this week. There's 20 of them. 20
Stew Crew
t-shirts. And those wanting to change over to the Stew Crew can have them available with a phone call. Jimenez sets him down. He'll hand it off deep again. That's Stubblefield. Stubblefield gets up to the 10 and across near to the 11-yard line. Still going to pick up about 2.5, 3 yards on the carry. Let's give him 2 as they spot the ball just outside the 10.
22-point lead, 11 minutes left, a little over 11 minutes. Of course, Coach Lloyd would like to keep it on the ground as much as possible, just get this thing over with. Tigers have enough points to win the game, obviously, and they just like to grind it out as much as they can. Of course, it's 3rd and long, so you can't run on this down. But what a change at halftime as MacArthur was playing much better, and Ardmore just wrestled that momentum away from him early in the 3rd.
3rd down and a long 17 to go here. Jimenez again will set him down, lone back behind him. He's going to hand it, no, he's going to follow Jimmy Colbert up there, and he'll be across the 10 up near the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 13 to go.
And he is going to keep
Flag
it
on the
conservative, just wants to run the clock. That the thing that's working against the Highlanders more than anything is that clock now. They got a lot of points to make up, not a lot of time to do it.
Guys, Coach Lloyd is down here just wearing out his team. He's accusing them just going through the motions. That's another penalty on this drive. I believe it's going to be procedure against the Tigers. He wants 4 quarters of football. He thinks they've only played 3. He wants 4 quarters of solid football. They've got 10:38 left to go, and they're going to punt here from their own 15.
I heard him.
Fourth down, yeah. It was pretty obvious he's a really good communicator, let's put it that way. 32-10. Man, this is, you look out across, it's a great view here tonight. You look out across Cameron University.
The mountains are behind us, so if we could only look out and see the mountains every now and then.
I thought I could see some from here just there for a minute. Well, we got a timeout on the field, 32-10. And we'll be back after this 30-second timeout. The Tigers lead it on Kick 'em Country. Stephen Lee with the punt right there, and Branstead are going to catch it on the run, and he will return it up inside the 40 now to the 39. So MacArthur has really good field position to stop on the play made by Kevin Andrews. And you could say Kevin Andrews' name about every play and not be wrong very often. He's always around the football.
No, he makes you look pretty good as a broadcaster, right. Always in the vicinity. Of course, who isn't? These guys, when they are swarming, they are something to see, and they are swarming in this second half.
MacArthur breaks the huddle. King will be underneath center. Roberts, the lone back behind him, twins to the left. Sends the man in motion, that's Sahib Henderson. Henderson gets the handoff there, good blocking up front for him. Nice job there on the hit on the hat by Robbie Gordon, but Sahib gets around him and up across the 30 and down to the 28-yard. 29 is where they'll spot it.
Couple of missed tackles there, and that's what Brandon was saying to us off the air, is that Coach Lloyd was not real happy with the effort level there on that last offensive possession. And that time a couple of broken tackles, which is not customary for the Tiger defense. But easy to relax a little bit when you got a nice lead on the road, 32-10, the lead for the Tigers, and they just want to finish this one out. And he wants some consistency, though, wants to play well the entire ball game.
Kevin King brings the ball in, brings the play in.
Yes. I thought I put you to sleep there.
No, you're fine.
I thought you dozed.
You are correct. That's right, Bob. Underneath center again, Kevin King. He'll put a man in motion. Henderson takes it to him and hands it off to Roberts up the middle in the hole right there. Grabbing hold and holding on. Maybe stopping him short of the first down right there.
Roberts is hit first by Brian Booker for the Tigers.
Brian Booker on the play defensively for the Tigers. Second down and long 2 to go.
Well, he's another guy you could guess was in on the play because he's probably right there. If he didn't make the tackle, he was the next guy.
King again underneath center with a lone back. Twins to the left side. Sahib in motion. Tigers across the line right there. Not sure if they somebody moved to get him there or if this is going to be a first down by default.
I think it's going to be a first down by default.
Who default is it?
Just a mental mistake for the Tigers. Gotten a little bit sloppy in this last 2 or 3 minutes.
9 minutes remaining in the ball game. 32-10. The Tigers lead it. First and 10 at the 16-yard line for MacArthur. Same set this time for King. Lone back behind him is Roberts. Twins to the left. They'll send Henderson in motion. And this time fake it to him and going around the right side. That'll be all sacked up there. Kevin Andrews, the first man to him. And he owes him up enough for, is that Jared or Justin? That's Jared Fields.
Jared Fields, and Andrews kind of slammed him to the turf and ran on by. So it didn't look like he was in the pile, but he was involved in the tackle.
He was definitely involved.
Threw him down and cleared the area.
Wide out to the right this time is going to set Bo Martin. Twins to the left. Martin in motion. He'll hand the ball to him this time, and Bo gets around the defensive end right there and gets up inside the 10. Robbie Gordon eventually makes the tackle on him, but not before he has a first down at the 6 point. Look at the spot on that. Ball spotted right near the 5-yard line.
Really a determined effort for Robert Gordon, as Michael Robinson got a pretty good block on him, but he just reached through Robinson and reached out, grabbed the ball carrier as he went by.
Again, the Tigers lead at 32-10 here, but Lawton MacArthur threatening with 8 minutes on the clock. King brings him to the line of scrimmage, offset backfield for him this time. Again, he handed off deep to Roberts. Roberts fights his way through, up across the 5 there, and going to get down to the 2-yard line. And again, Jared Fields there, one of the tacklers. One of the first guys to him, though, is the Tigers up the guy, and we don't talk enough about this guy. Plays hard every down. Chris Odom doing a good job right there, as he has all year long.
Well, you know, it's been a nice offensive drive for MacArthur, but they're burning an awful lot of clock. They have not put the ball in the air. It's all been on the ground.
Roberts, the deep back, and they'll just take it right up the middle, and that's going to be, well, they're not going to call it. It's going to, looks like it's going to be a little shy of the touchdown. Second down and about 1.5 to go, and he's down inches from the goal line.
And a chance for some more time to tick off the clock. Every play that the Tigers can force MacArthur to run just helps their cause, as they're burning a lot of clock on this possession.
Clock ticking at 6:57. Tigers lead at 32-10. Wide to the right. That will be Bo Martin. Offset backfield and handed to Roberts. He goes up on the top. Touchdown, Lawton MacArthur.
Michael Roberts carried the ball into the inside. The MacArthur touchdown.
A determined drive for MacArthur, as they have the heart of a champion, and they go and get what they can, and they did it all on the ground that time. Burned a lot of clock, but moved it methodically through the Tiger defense and said this thing is not over yet. They still have some time. 6:46 left in the ball game.
.16 here, as they are going to go for 2. Man in motion there, and they'll fake it to Roberts. King rolls out to his right, and he's got to dance into the end zone right there for the 2-point PAT. That's going to make it 32-18. That's just a hanky he's going to flag on. 6:46 to go in the game. The Ardmore Tigers lead at 32-18, and we're back after this on Kickham Country. Here, Cameron Stadium tonight, the Ardmore Tigers are leading 32-18, but the MacArthur Highlanders just scored, and that will give them a chance to kick the ball. Ranstetter to do that. They'll onside kick it here from the 40 right to left, and that is going to be enough for the Tigers to take a timeout right here. So they want to talk about it a little bit and say, hey, we need to adjust right here. 6:46 to play.
Got to have some good hands people up front, because on this turf, who knows which way it's going to bounce.
It's 32-18 after the MacArthur scoring drive. And Brandstetter out there practicing his onside kick. So we'll get the chance for the Ardmore Tigers to come out now after looking at what the MacArthur Highlanders lined up with. Pretty obvious. This should be an onside kick over to the near side of the field here. We'll do that.
After the scoring play, every one of the Tiger coaches met the players as they got to the sideline to try to get them pumped up and back into the ball game, as they feel like they let down a little bit on that last possession, like they had this thing put away. And again, these guys in black have won a few games too, and it's a little too early to call off the dogs. And right here, this, you know, they get this onside kick, it gets a little bit scary.
Brandstetter will set it at the 40. We got the hands crew up front here with Stephen Lee, Kevin Andrews.
Here comes the kick. It's a high bouncer. Comes down. Kevin Andrews covers it, and he will fall on it right there at the 45-yard line.
Is there anything Kevin can't do?
I don't think so.
He's fielding kicks now. He
Good
did
job.
the kind of a drive-by tackle a while ago.
job.
Just drove by, threw him down, and ran right past him. And that's a big recovery there. Doesn't seem like it, but still, you know, with this difference, 32 to 18, it's not unsurmountable. It's not impossible that they couldn't come back and get back in this game. But big recovery there for Kevin Andrews.
Miller sits wide to the left here. Jermaine Gresham, All-American, sits out in the slot that side. They're going to hand it off to Jamal. And Jermaine Stubblefield. I don't keep calling him Jamal.
Now there's one.
Stubblefield tackled out of bounds right there, and there's flags are going to fly. That'll go against the Highlanders.
Yeah, the Tigers get to tack 15 on here. They've had a couple of those on the Highlander bench, and this one on the Highlander bench, but this time it was a Highlander that drew the flag. I believe it was 25, 26. Which guy was it? Doesn't matter. One of them hit one of the guys, one of the good guys in white, too late.
That'd be D'Amico Brewer on the infraction, and that will bring up a first down for the Tigers. At the 35.5-yard line, they'll have it here to snap it 1st and 10 in MacArthur territory. Again, the score 32-18, Tigers with the lead. And here a good opportunity to just slowly get it into the end zone and put this thing away. High backs behind Jimenez. He moves them a little bit closer. Gresham wide to the right here. Miller wide out to the left. Whoop, trouble there. Steps up, throws the ball anyway, and it's going to be thrown into the hands down here of Kevin King. King is going to return it up to the 30-yard line. 29 is where he steps out of bounds. And so a big play right there for MacArthur. And we didn't need anything like that right here.
Well, King got the interception, but credit Nathan Fernandez as he had pressure right up the middle, reached out, got Lionel just as he threw the ball by the leg, threw it a little bit short, and it's picked off.
Fernandez, 260 pounds of trouble.
In case you're wondering, 6:28 left. Tigers up 32 to 18, but did not need that turnover.
So MacArthur will have the ball at the 29, 1st and 10 there. Kevin King will lead him to the line of scrimmage here. Twins out to the right. Sahib in the motion back now, and he'll get they'll fake the handoff to him. Marquise Booker is going to put the stop quickly on that little counter up the middle. And Michael Roberts is going to be tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the defense for the Tigers.
Much better play this time around as they try to sneak it up the middle. But Lawton MacArthur got to go to the air. Can't afford to keep running the football. They just don't have enough time.
King again with the about the same set. Twins to the right side here. Roberts behind him. Takes the snap, rolls out to his left. Brian Booker on the chase, has him, tackles him, but the ball is going to be thrown out there, and so that will be an incomplete pass, but a great job by Brian Booker on the rush there.
Well, he had a tackle in the vicinity, but I don't think he had a receiver there.
We got a flag here on the far side of the field. You guys might help me with the signal. It's probably procedure or offside, something in that general area. It was thrown right as the ball was snapped.
I haven't seen an indication of what they've called here, but they are talking to the Ardmore captains. That was a 2nd down and 11 play there.
Well, we said Lawton MacArthur had to throw the football. It's easier said than done with the pass rush that the Tigers have been able to come up with.
Motion against MacArthur, so that's going to back him up 5. You know, in the NFL, you get a guy by the jersey like that, and he throws the ball down the field, and there's nobody around. That's a pretty good penalty.
The coaches wanted grounding too, Mike, but I think he was hit right as he was trying to throw.
Well, Brian Booker had a hold of him well before he got to throw.
I'm not trying to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I'm a long way away. My vision's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
Brian Booker, that should be a sack for Brian Booker on the year right there, because he had him by the shoulder pads, by the jersey, before he let the ball go. And the ball was released to, like Billy said, a lineman. So 32-18. Kevin King's going to call a timeout. He doesn't know what to do right here. Tigers had some kind of whammy on him right there. 5:23 to go. Timeout on the field. We'll take one too. Tigers up 32-18. 5:23 in the game remaining. We're back after this. 97.7 is Kick'em Country. .218 Tigers lead it. Lawton MacArthur with the football. 5-step drop and a long pass down the field with no way is out of reach there. Ellis Knight stride for stride with the intended receiver, and that is D'Amico Brewer.
That was good protection that time for MacArthur as they gave King time to look down that post route and really looked like he might have had some separation. Great job closing. Good closing speed for Ellis Knight as he closed the gap there as the ball was in the air.
Well, we ask each other in the break, can they throw the ball? And obviously they can right there.
I don't think they can do it consistently, though, with the pass rush that the Tigers have.
Yeah, the completion part of it is what they're lacking.
That's the hard part. You can throw it up there. Exactly. It's hard to complete them.
3rd down 15. In motion, this time back to throw. King just going to let it rip down the sideline. Robbie Gordon going up center fielder, and he catches it. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning for the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders, and the Ardmore Tigers take over at the 45-yard line.
And when you watch the replay on that, it looked like Robert Gordon was the intended receiver. He just went and got it.
Just playing center field out there, doing a great job. Robbie Gordon, the quickest man to the football, and exactly what he's supposed to do.
5:11 remaining in the ball game. Now the Tigers need to burn some clock. Look for a lot of running plays on this possession.
1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they'll send Miller and Gresham wide out to the right. Ibex behind Jimenez. Jimenez going to take it on the sneak. Gets a little gap right there.
Wow.
Going to pick him up 3 yards on the carry. Nice job there by the Tigers front line, giving Jimenez a crack and let him go. 2nd down and 7.
Looked like Tyler Parrish got up under there with Lionel, and he helped him move the stack. Didn't think he's going to have much of anything. Moved it a pretty good ways westerly.
Tyler Parrish,
is that a word?
I think Tyler's a junior and a big fella, you know, going to really
He's 6'5", 270, and a junior.
Be a mainstay on that front offensive line for the Tigers this year and next.
And he has a fan club. I don't know if they have matching shirts, but he's got a pretty good fan club.
They got to get some
at the ball games.
They got to get some T-shirts. 2nd down 5. Actually, 2nd down 6. And they run it up the middle. This is Stubblefield. Dances outside of the 40 to the 30, 25, 20, and he's going to be tackled inside the 20, somewhere around the 16-yard line. Lawton MacArthur. Boy, they have been pleading with the white hat every single offensive play tonight. I don't know what's going on, but they're certainly pleading their case with the guy in the white hat. 1st down Tigers inside the 20. They'll spot the ball at the 16.5-yard line.
And again, if you give Jermaine Stubblefield even an inkling of daylight, he can go. He broke up the middle on the left side, got out in open space, and just outran everybody. One of the safeties finally ran him down, but Jermaine is fun to watch.
Tigers threaten here with 3:58 to go. They lead at 32-18. Dante Miller sets wide to the right. Gresham wide out to the left. Ibex behind Jimenez. He'll take the snap, going to hand it. No, fakes it to the first guy. Tries to turn it up. Still going to give himself about 1.5 yards on the carry. Right there as Jimenez just slithers across the top of the pile right there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and a long, well, it's going to be about 9 to go, let's call it.
And credit, we talked about him earlier, Nathan Fernandez, 260-pound senior for MacArthur, has really anchored the center part of their defensive front, and he has played a good ball game tonight. He just stuffed that play up, shoved the center back into Lionel, and just didn't give him anywhere to go. He was able to fall forward for a minimal gain.
3 minutes and 15 seconds away from the end of this one, 32-18. We'll have a quick post-game show, and then we'll send it to the Oklahoma Sooners, who are now up 12-0. Is that correct, sir?
Last I heard.
High backs behind Jimenez. He'll take the snap. Pitch it to Stubblefield. Stubblefield cuts out. Now he looks upside the 15. Gets inside to about the 13-yard line, but a flag on the play says there's holding against the Tigers.
And the white hat threw the flag, so he should know, and that's why he came over and made the signal early.
All that pleading finally got something done.
Under 3 minutes now, though, for the Tigers. They'd like to complete this drive, get their points back. They surrendered a touchdown drive. Get those points back. A good solid game tonight. And last night. Continuation of the game that they started last night.
That's going to back them way up. And that'll be second down and a half mile to go for the Tigers now. From the 33-yard line, they need to get down to about the 7-yard line for a first down here.
The only lightning,
5 yards.
only lightning we've seen tonight was Jimenez to Gresham a couple of times.
That's right. Big Jermaine doing a good job catching the ball in the end zone tonight.
A couple of flashes there in the third quarter.
Making a big difference in the momentum of the ball game. High backs behind him, and Jimenez will set him down wide out to the left. That's Miller, and Gresham sets wide to the right. Long snap count. They counter back to Stubblefield. He's got some open field at the 30 to the 20. Stubblefield up inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line there. Back across the original line of scrimmage now. And that's going to bring up third down and somewhere around 8-9 to go.
The thing that makes Jermaine so good, too, is his ability to cut back at full speed. Most guys have to slow down, tilt their shoulder that way, and it seems like Jermaine can just do it at will, left or right, whatever he needs to do at full speed.
You know, the good backs do that. What it is, they find the hole, they get to the hole, and then they elevate their speed in the hole. And that's something you can watch Stubblefield from our vantage point. You can see Stubblefield has that ability. I don't know if you coach that or not, Billy. I think that's just something that God gives you right from the beginning, and Jermaine certainly has it.
You would like to coach that.
You bet.
Every opportunity you get.
Never have to lose if you could do that. I-backs behind. Jimenez takes the snap. This time it's Stubblefield to the right side. Gets around the defender there, up across the 15, down to the 10, 11-yard line. Let's spot it right there. It'll be fourth down and 4 to go, along 3 to go, just inside the 11.
Good block out wide right. Tommy Fitzgerald, 6'3", 215 senior. Good block. Pinned up the defensive end inside. Allowed Stubblefield to get outside his shoulder and turn it downfield.
Coach Lloyd pays him a compliment on the coaches show about every week and says that he is one of those guys, Fitzgerald, one of those guys that he's one of the best linemen he's ever coached. And that's a pretty good statement from a guy who's been doing this about 19 years. So Fitzgerald, big physical kid, and he grades out well on film. I-backs behind him. Jimenez will set him down with twins wide to the left. Fourth down and 4. Snap the football. Jimenez will hand it off to Stubblefield.
He's got 4.
The 10-5. Touchdown, Tigers.
I knew he had 4 when he got to the corner and was not a black jersey there. Engulfed by white jerseys out on that left end. Good blocking. Everybody on the left side got their man.
Jermaine Stubblefield goes in there from the 11 to make the Tigers lead it by 20 now, 38-18 with only 22 seconds on the clock. Price will set the ball down at the 10-yard line, or the tee down at the 10-yard line here. Austin Williams to hold.
We got to pick a player of the game.
Already have. 22 seconds.
The bus driver that got him home and back.
Exactly. Kick is up, and it is going to be no good. 38-18, 22 seconds remaining. We're back after this. The Tigers lead the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders on the road in Cameron University. We're back after this on Kick 'em Country. Job scoring drive is on with Brandon Martin. Brandon.
Ardmore puts it away, more so. 6 plays, 58 yards in 4 minutes and 49 seconds, capped by an 11-yard run by Jermaine Stubblefield. It is now 38-18 with only 22 seconds left to play here in Lawton.
All right, thank you so much. The Storton Sudbury Sideline Report brought to you by Brandon Martin tonight. Or no, Brandon Martin brought to you by Storton Sudbury.
That's better.
The Tigers will line it up, and Kelby will kick it from the 40 left to right here. And MacArthur awaits the kick, down 20 points here with only 22 seconds remaining. Again, we'll join the Sooners in progress here. They are at halftime, and they lead it now 18-0 at the halftime break. Oklahoma Sooners.
Well, I'm glad I came back to see the rest of this ball game.
I'm telling you.
This is a convincing win for the Tigers, and in case anybody was wondering, they're pretty good.
Pretty good. Kelby going to kick a little scoot boot cook kick right there, and number 72 is going to fall on it right there. Ty Harley is going to fall on it. That's where the MacArthur Highlanders will have it with 22 seconds remaining.
And Brandon is surrounded by Tiger moms down there. Happy Tiger moms.
Enthusiastic Tiger moms. They're looking to celebrate.
See if they'll talk to you.
Hey, tell us about the band and the cheerleaders. Couldn't be here tonight, Brandon.
The cheerleaders are competing in the state tournament. My mother made me say that in Choctaw. The band is in Kanawha, and I believe the Palm Squad is also in Choctaw as well. Don't hold me to that, though, but they're not here.
Here's the snap. They hand it off to the guy in motion, and he's going to get him about 8 yards on the carry as the clock ticks. 14 seconds now.
That's it, fellas.
And that's going to do it. Hey, we'll catch up with the Bill Parker New York Live interview with the coach, with Brandon Martin. And we'll also get you that star of the game brought to you by Carter County Chrysler, the 5-star dealer. We're going to do that, but first a timeout. The Tigers win at 38-18, the final score in this one, and we'll have some stats for you before we get to the Sooner contest. Back after this on Kick 'em Country. And welcome back here to Cameron Stadium again tonight. Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. The Highlanders celebrating their home game as they always do, regardless of win or lose or draw. The Highlanders come and visit with their fans, and a great deal of respect between both of those two entities, I'll tell you that. And great to see that kind of a performance against the tough Tiger team, and then still come over here and do that and celebrate just a chance to play this great game with their home crowd. Again, the Ardmore Tigers win at 38-18, and we do have the Carter County Dodge 5-star player of the game. The 5-star player of the game tonight going to go to the SI All-American, AA, we're going to call him from now on, Jermaine Gresham, and have yet to give it to Jermaine this year. I thought he did a great job with the momentum change. Those two catches over there in the corner, a huge difference in this ball game.
And with double coverage, too, and just having to out-athlete the double coverage to go get it. So you're right, Jermaine probably could have won it a couple of times this year. Tonight he's got it.
Jermaine Gresham is the player of the game tonight, the 5-star player of the game, brought to you by Carter County Dodge. And we're going to give that to him. But then now it's once again time to go down with Coach Lloyd, the Bill Parker New York Live post-game talk with Coach Lloyd, brought to you by Bill Parker New York Live. Brandon Martin is on the sideline with the head coach.
Coach, great game tonight. It's under an odd set of circumstances. Looked like you had momentum last night. Lightning halts the game. How did you guys alter what you normally do and get these guys ready to get back in game shape?
Well, we didn't alter anything what we did. You've got to make the best of the circumstances. We can't control that. We came over. We talked both teams had to come back and play. We just had to travel 2 hours, and that wasn't going to be an excuse. We talked about that early. I thought both teams were kind of flat starting out. I thought we picked up the intensity in the third quarter, and I thought that, we came out and played pretty good on both sides of the ball. Defensively, the first 5 minutes of the second quarter, I didn't think we were playing with a lot of intensity on either side of the ball, but that's tough on young kids on both sides. But both teams had to come out here and play today, and it's 2 great football teams. It was a good football game. It's a great win for us, and it's been a while since we beat Lawton Mac, and they're well coached. But our kids came out and earned it. I thought they played awfully well.
First win against Mac since 1999. It was 12-10 at the half. Both teams scored a touchdown, and then you came out a little flat at the start of the second half, and then all of a sudden a big play here. 2 touchdowns to Jermaine, Marquise Booker. Just talk about how you stole the momentum and just made big plays in the third quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, we challenged them at halftime. That's the first time for a while. I can't remember us being homecoming, but we're their homecoming, and I think that's a little bit disrespectful, and I think our kids accept the challenge. I told them they invited us to a fight, and let's go ahead and accept the challenge. Like I said, I thought we went through the motions the first half, and our kids got going. Our players made plays, and I said, you can't be scared to make plays, and the game's on the line. Now the game's on the line. It's 12-10. That's what you want. It's time to hook it up, and let's get after it.
We were leading big at the start of the fourth quarter, and then we let up on a drive, gave up a touchdown, and then we were lackadaisical when we got the ball back, and you challenged them from the sideline, said you're just going through the motion, and they responded. They performed great in that fourth quarter.
Well, they did. I just kind of reminded them of the fact the game is 4 quarters. Football's 4 quarters. It's not 3 quarters. It's not 3.5 quarters. And I thought offensively, that one drive starting the fourth quarter, I thought we went through the motions. And, these kids are winners. They kind of accepted the challenge. They came out and took care of business. Anytime you can beat Lawton Mac over here, the 3rd or 4th ranked team, the team that everybody forgets is supposed to win the district and picked over us. So, anytime you come over here and win and score that many points, 32 points in 2.5 quarters, you're doing something right.
Coach Mike Lloyd, head coach of 5-0 Ardmore Tigers. Thanks for the great win. See you, Coach.
All right, Brandon Martin on the sideline there. Swords and Sudbury sideline tonight. That's the Bill Parker New York Live postgame talk with Coach Lloyd. And again, the Ardmore Tigers, as Coach mentioned, not expected to win this thing. Lawton MacArthur was picked to win the district. They come over here this year, and they do a great job 2 nights in a row, staving off one of the best teams in the district in Lawton MacArthur. So a great win for the Ardmore Tigers and the Ardmore Tiger program and all the fans on the field, making the second night trip over here. It's great to see that kind of stuff.
And for the fans in the booth, too. It's a lot of fun to follow a winner, and we're having a great season also. And always good to beat these guys. 2 great programs in every sport. They really go at one another in every sport, and it's a great road win, and especially do it over a 2-day period, just says a whole lot about the toughness of this Ardmore Tiger team.
Well, we got to thank all of our sponsors tonight, and they do include Mercy Memorial Health Center, Toyota of Ardmore, Craddock Funeral Home, Citizens Bank, SOTC, Ardmore Lumber Company, Brad Fenton Motors, Fenton Honda, MTC Federal Credit Union, Barry Boker Allstate Insurance, First National Bank, Vernon's Plumbing, AV&H Body, Paint and Body, that is. And, of course, for the Mike Lloyd Show, Mercy Memorial, Toyota of Ardmore, Craddock Funeral Home, and Bill Parker, New York Life. Bill Parker, New York Life, bringing you the post-game talk with Coach Lloyd as well tonight. So we appreciate all of our sponsorship. Our thanks to Brandon Martin standing in for the sideline, and we'll catch up with David Polk next week. Also, Billy Wallace, thank you so much for coming over here for the second night and making this thing so easy.
And thanks to Brandon for driving us home last night, getting us through the monsoon or whatever we drove through.
From here to forward, known as the Storm Trooper, Brandon Martin, as he drove us through the storm last night and let us relax a little bit. We appreciate it, Brandon. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks so much again, Dave Anthony, back at the studios, in-house production of the KICM Kick'em Country Sports Spectacular. Ardmore Tiger football tonight. We will see you next week from home as the Tigers take on Southeastern. We're going to get out and make way for the second half. The Oklahoma Sooners up 18-0 on Kansas State University. I'm glad to hear it, and we'll be glad to hear it in just a moment on Kick'em Country. Good night, big guy.